Welcome everybody to the MoFo show. I'm Chaz and this is Ben, Jemima, Henry Cavill's best known fan in the world, loving his shirt off and everything. Anyway, man, what a freaking amazing week we had.
Sick week.
Ooh my God, the season finale of Gotham.
Top 10 weekend.
Oh my God. Ooh. Game of Thrones, Avengers Endgame.
Yep.
Jesus, man, what a, it was a real...
Even some relevant sports topics.
Yes, relevant sports topics. We should become fortune tellers, Ben. Because I feel like everything we said last week and the week before happened. Even in sports, it happened. I did call the Clippers taking one more from Golden State. But then Golden State whooped that ass. Yeah. You did call everything that happened in Game of Thrones.
Not everything.
You kind of. The only thing you didn't call was Arya, which I will take that to the
we gotta check the tape.
We gotta check the tape on that one. gotta roll that back. But anyway, let's start out with some good stuff, man. Avengers Endgame, the best the best movie of all time.
Changing the show notes.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oops, I forgot.
Man.
We are not going into that. We're going to go to the best TV show of all time.
Yeah.
Because people are saying that. I know, I was messed up. I kind of messed that up, guys. We're supposed to start with Game of Thrones. Anyway, it's the Game of Thrones. It is legit. They're saying it's the best TV show that has ever happened. Because there's nothing ever been like it. Sopranos,
for me, the only competition... And this is just based on the shows that I've watched. I haven't seen The Sopranos, which a lot of people...
Yeah, you gotta watch that back.
A lot of people will always put...
Yeah, they're religious.
For good reasons.
Yeah, it's a good show.
I'm not arguing it. I've just never seen it.
Yeah.
And
he also hasn't seen Back to the Future, guys. You know that already.
The other one is The Wire. A lot of people like to put up.
You know what? I haven't seen The Wire. My brother praises that.
Those were kind of before
your time.
Before my time. Before my HBO watching days.
But you know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I only watched the last 2 seasons of Sopranos. I haven't never went back and watched from the beginning. Like I seen episodes, but I've never watched the full season. I've seen random episodes here and there. Yeah. But I've never I've
seen a few episodes.
The Wire too.
I started watching Sopranos and I liked it. I just so much stuff going on, busy life, whatever. So for me, the 2 shows that I would argue are the best shows ever are Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad.
Yeah, hands down. That's like, and then Supernatural for me. I gotta put it out there. It's on season 15 next.
Supernatural's a great show.
It's ending. 15.
Even in the top 10.
It's my top.
Yeah, I love Supernatural. It's one of the most fun shows.
I also say, you know what? I'll say Heroes. The first 2 seasons.
Heroes. Honestly, for me, I loved all 4 seasons.
Yeah, I think it was 3, and then the last one.
I had binge watched. That was one of the first shows I binge watched. It was on Netflix.
Okay. It's not on Netflix anymore, right? No,
I don't think so. Right. I binge watched it right until because it was right till the writer's strike.
Yeah.
That's what broke up the show.
Yeah.
There was a writer's strike. That show was so good.
It was so good. The writing was so good. The writer's strike killed it.
And then the writer's strike killed it, and they just couldn't. They tried to bring it back,
and they tried to bring it back 2 years ago. 3 years ago.
The Heroes,
Eclipse or some shit.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know, but those first 4 seasons were awesome.
Oh
all these actors that are now
big actors
names now.
Yeah.
That unfortunately they couldn't complete that show, but that show it was going so well.
It was going so well.
That's probably got to be one of the worst. That's got to be the biggest casualty of that writer's strike.
Oh yeah, and I'm trying. Yeah, I can't even think of anything else that really. I mean, there's probably a bunch of stuff, but that really helped.
That's one of the. That show had such a crazy following, and it was like I remember when the first season came out. Not that I wasn't watching the show yet, but everybody was like on the save the cheerleader, save the world.
Oh
thing. That was like huge. Like I heard that all the time, and I didn't even watch TV like that back then. But I heard it all the time, and so when I binged it, that show's so good.
What was his name? Cyrus? Whatever. He was a great villain.
I think it was Cyrus.
It was a great villain.
Yeah.
I was like,
he was awesome.
Scary as hell.
Silas,
and then his real name was something else.
I got the internet in front of me. Maybe.
And then they did the alternate timeline of when they had Peter. That was all Peter had all the powers. Like, come on, man. They made Peter such a bitch, man.
They did.
I was so mad about that.
He was like a.
He was so good.
It was like, you have all this power.
He's just absorbing him.
You're doing it
and his dad
efficiently than Silas or Cyrus. We're going to find out now.
Who made that? Who's the dummy? Who's the writer that was like, you know what? Let's make his dad come back, take all his powers away, and then give him the ability to just take one power again. No. That was a bad... That killed it, man. When the father coming back, that honestly killed the show for me. Even that last season with the earthquake guy. You remember the circus? You don't remember the last season was about the circus, and the people were traveling circus, and they all had powers?
I'm trying to remember.
Siler.
There it was.
And then he went on to be Spock in Star Trek.
Yes, he did. Zachary Quinto.
But that's it.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, him and Milo Ventimiglia and Hayden Panettiere are the only ones.
Well, what's his name was in Meg.
Oh, the Indian guy too, Sendil Ramamurthy. He's been in. I've seen him in a few things.
Ali Leiter.
Yeah. Larder,
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting off topic. So, Game of Thrones.
Okay,
come on, let's talk about Game of Thrones. So.
All right, let's just get into the episode then. This episode was.
Can I say something really quickly before you?
Okay.
So all those people that was shitting on the show for the 2 episodes of character building, this is why. Spoiler alert, guys. This is going to be full spoiler review. We're just going to let you know ahead of time because people were letting me know that I was put on a spoiler review. We didn't say that was going to be spoilers. Of course it's going to be spoilers. It's a TV show.
Yes.
Okay? Spoiler alert. Anyway, go ahead, Ben.
All right.
Road's yours.
We'll get in. I'm just going to run through this because I have so many pages here.
Yeah, we can.
So just stop me when you have something to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so we're starting the show. We got a bunch of silent tension, starting with like Sam, Tyrion, going back and forth. All you hear is the music, and it's like it's on. The only thing that threw me, I don't know why, but I thought this fight was going to take place like during the morning because how Tormund said it was going to be right before dawn. They got there. I figured, okay, like the sun's about to rise, but I think.
No, you remember last episode? They said it.
He said right before dawn, but it was like a few hours before dawn. That episode, unless that episode really just took place in an hour and a half in the Game of Thrones world, then I guess that makes sense. But anyway, so we got the armies in place at the beginning of the episode. It's setting up where all our main heroes are. And then you see Melisandre coming in, which I knew was going to happen.
Yeah, you called that
I thought she was going to be bringing an army. She just brought a new fire prayer, I guess, that she went and learned or something.
Well, technically, she just sets people afire for no reason because...
So she sets the Dothraki scimitars on fire.
I'm not going to lie, I got really hyped at that part.
That's
like, oh, shoot, we're about to go down!
And everybody, you see, even the characters were like, oh, what? She just lit all their swords on fire. It was so cool. One of the best visuals. There's so many good visuals in this episode, but so everybody's hyped because she set all that on fire. Then she goes in to Winterfell, and Davos comes down. Her and Sir Davos, they don't get along too well.
No,
but she tells him, "Don't worry about killing me because I'm gonna be dead by the dawn."
Yeah, because she killed the little girl, right?
She talked Stannis into burning her at the stake. Among other things that, Sir Davos didn't like.
Real quick, so what did that do, anyway? That really didn't do anything, right? She was wrong? Like, killing a little girl?
Yeah. She was wrong. She said that would deliver the win when he went to take Ramsay on at Winterfell.
And what did
and Ramsay destroyed Stannis.
Yeah. And
then, I think that's when Brienne beheaded Stannis. She was lined up against the tree a little bit. Alright, so now we got the Dothraki charge. They start, they're screaming and blah, blah, blah. And they run in, led by Ser Jorah and Ghost.
Oh, Ghost. I was so happy to see him.
I was so happy. I was really hoping we get a Ghost battle scene.
He really just ran in and
kind of... saw him run in, and then we don't see him for the rest of the episode.
No. I thought he died. I was upset.
Until we saw him in the previews for next week, you really didn't know. But there was no way you can't kill Ghost off screen.
No,
Ghost dies,
you can't. You can't kill Ghost off screen.
But again, we get the crazy visual of the fire swords running across the field from the top of the mountain.
Yeah, from Daenerys' perspective.
Daenerys and Jon.
Yeah.
And you just see the flaming swords. It was so good.
That was so good.
And then you just see them run into a wall of the dead.
The lights are just going up.
And then, that scene from the front of the rest of the soldiers, and you just see like all the little swords, like one at a time.
Whoever was the director, who was the lead director, he did a great job.
That visual right there was just like, and you just see everybody's faces like, what just happened? We just lost all the Dothraki.
If you can do an rough estimate of how many people they lost in that one scene.
In that Dothraki, just the Dothraki?
That was all Dothraki? That was the last of them, right?
Just Dothraki.
That was the last of them? There was no other...
And Jorah and Ghost. I think those are the only two that weren't Dothraki in that charge.
What happened to all the female Dothraki? Were they in there?
Probably in the crypt.
They probably died.
But, yeah. They so I think, they only show, a few coming back with Jorah. I'm sure there's probably, a couple. 100.
But that main guy...
You gotta, multiply.
That main guy with the beard, he died.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah. He was whack anyway.
Yeah. so they get destroyed. All the lights blink out, which is also another amazing visual. So then Jorah and the Dothraki, and we were assuming Ghost, retreat. You see them jacked up. All the soldiers, Grey Worm and all of them are looking at them like, "What the heck just happened?" And then Dany breaks the plan. They were supposed to wait for the Night King, and I get it though. Those are her peoples,
Dany almost just wrecked them.
I get
why, Dany? Why?
She broke the strategy, but she just watched 10,000 of her some of her best warriors just get
she probably was upset, but
owned.
But she just lost. I think she lost respect as a queen, though.
30 seconds. But
she lost respect as a queen because she lost her cool.
That's what. That's what a lot of people are saying now.
Sansa stood there until they told her to go inside.
Yeah, I think that was something they were setting up for. What else we got? Dany break plan.
Technically, she's hot-headed.
So everybody's pretty much just crapping their pants because they're what, they don't even know what happened. They just saw the lights go out. It took 30 seconds to defeat an entire Dothraki horde.
Question for you: Can she get burned?
Who, Dany? No,
she can't. So why didn't the dragon just when all those things were attacking? When we get to that part, why didn't he just blow down fire on top of her and just kill everything around her?
Because I don't know if he can.
She can withstand fire completely, right?
Yeah, regular fire. I don't know. Dragon fire might be something else.
She didn't. Okay, that's right. She didn't step in dragon fire when the X came. Right?
I don't know. Yeah. Who knows the rules anymore?
Yeah, we know exactly.
So everybody's like, "What the hell's happening?"
Yeah.
Then you hear the dead just charging. And you don't see anything. God. It's complete darkness, and you just hear them coming.
The sea of dead.
You're like, what is happening? And then they hit the overhead shot where it looks like they're just running in, and then when they get right in front of it, you just see it's like a wave. They're
crazy.
Just on top of each other, like a wave crashing down.
It reminded me of World War Z.
That's exactly what it looked like. A lot of the zombie scenes. Yeah. But so they clash with the front line, and it's just like a shit show. But by some miracle, all our main heroes that were on exactly the front line all survived.
Yeah, I legit was when that part was happening, I was like this. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
That was
over again.
Plot armor is VP for real because they. Thankfully, because they had everybody on the front line except for literally Sansa, Tyrion, Varys, Arya.
Even what's his name about the crypts.
Anybody who knew how to use a sword was on that front line.
That's crazy.
But luckily, Dany and Jon show up and they just light it up.
Light it up, yep.
So maybe it was a good thing. Maybe if they don't do that, maybe if Dany doesn't break the plan, we lose a couple of MVPs.
Hold the line!
Yes, Brienne was...
Hold the line!
Yeah, I don't know if I would have had the nerve to stand there.
The best line so far, I know we're going to get to it, but the best line that gave me goosebumps, even gives me goosebumps now, is when Grey Worm was like, "Protect the retreat!" I was like, oh my god. That was such a great line.
We got Jon and Dany. They see the lieutenants just sitting on the tree line.
Yep.
And they look like they're going to start pushing them. And then the
Snowstorm.
Night King brings that snowstorm. You don't see the Night King.
He can control
the
weather?
dragon. Yeah, he can. Well, he can bring snowstorms.
Yeah.
You don't hear. You hear the dragon. You don't really see him, but you just see that like wall of storm coming. Then
Were you watching with surround sound?
yes.
Okay, so you heard the whole.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Then we get. It shows us quick. Arya telling Sansa, "You gotta go."
Yeah.
Time to go.
He was like, "Yeah, go
You ain't doing anything out here. Just go
inside.
chill in the crypt because you're just gonna be a distraction." Right?
Facts.
Then we see Sam getting attacked. He goes to the ground. Looks like Sam might be getting it. Then Ed comes,
And saves his life.
saves his life.
Again.
And Ed's staring at him and gets.
Come on, we gotta get.
I was like, Ed, you saved him already. Keep fighting, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, I was so sad when Ed died.
Yeah, Ed had to take an L right there.
That's why I'm like, I get mad when people are like, "Oh, big people died." I was like, Ed died. That's my dude, bro.
What are you gonna do?
His comedic timing was awesome.
Like Commander of the Ninth Watch. The Commander of the Ninth was the first one to die.
And the actor had such comedic
he was
timing
great. He was
without
great.
being funny.
Yeah, they were all good.
Good. Yeah, it was really good. A nice watch.
Yeah. So Ed died. I mean, that's pretty early in the episode. So you're like, I think
who else gonna die?
you're bracing yourself like, oh man,
shit, it's gonna be a rolling death.
Where do we go from there? Sansa gets to the crypt and meets up with all the other people that are down there. The mains that are down there are Tyrion, Varys, Gilly, and Missandei.
Yep.
Nothing really happens. She just eyes them up. Tyrion's like, yeah, we're drinking. Jon and Dany are basically flying blind, and then they crash into each other, which was an awesome scene.
Yeah.
Because at first you're like, oh crap, that's the
Night King.
The Night King and his dragon. But it was just them two. Like they literally had no idea where they were going. They bump into each other. Then the people on the ground call the retreat. Grey Worm commands the Unsullied, like you said, to protect the retreat.
Protect the retreat.
Now, I didn't. The first time I watched this, obviously yesterday. I know the second time I watched it was today.
Ben watched it twice. I only watched it once, so Ben has more.
Some Unsullied apparently did get to retreat. It was hard to tell with all, especially watching it the first time. You're just concerned about the main people.
Yeah.
But a few Unsullied were able to retreat. That means that Grey Worm.
Unsullied the guys with no peepees, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to make
That's how you want to describe them. Grey Worm retreats behind the fire pit and sets off the trap, which basically damns all the Unsullied that were on the other side.
Oh, I felt so bad.
Which was a lot of Unsullied.
I like how he paused though. He was just like, "Fuck."
Yeah, he was like, "Damn, I don't want to do this," but I don't know. I feel like having that emotional tie to Missandei. I feel like if he didn't have that, he stays out there with them. I don't know. That's part of me just feels like that way.
Man, he was really contemplating. I think.
Yeah, I think he was. But
it's like his brothers are dying.
This made me think like Dany's army is basically done. Like she had Dothraki and she had Unsullied. That's all she had.
There was nobody else. I thought she had a third person. Oh, she was gonna pick up some Johnson.
Well, she was gonna. Well, the North is her ally, but that's still technically Jon and Sansa's army.
They don't really have any either.
And then the people from the South.
The boat people, right?
No. Those are mostly Navy. Those are mostly the.
Oh, Daenerys
the Iron Fleet.
Daenerys had more people from the South.
Yeah. Wow. Why can't I remember their names right now? The Roses people.
I'm so confused.
Wow. I am blanking.
Well,
the Lady of Roses. Remember the grandma?
Oh yeah, and she dead.
She's dead, but I think those were her only other allies, and then the Dornish, which are also, I mean, their leaders are both gone, so she really doesn't have them as allies either. So and then the Knights of the Vale and all them are part of Sansa. So really, Dany's forces were Unsullied Dothraki. Dothraki are basically a tenth of what they were.
They were like a Thanos snap.
Yeah, the Unsullied. I know a few of them got back in, but I don't know how many. We'll see. I'm sure we'll go over that. I'm sure that'll be in the next episode. But she kind of has no leverage. I mean, she still has a dragon or two. But I don't know. You need an army.
I need a Night King pop figure. He's so awesome.
I want a Night King. I want this one. I want Night King on the dragon.
They have it?
They do. It was like expensive as hell. I think it was like $70.
Oh, yeah, because probably was exclusive or something. Yeah.
All right, what we got? Danny's army's done.
Kate's gonna be watching and be like, "You better not buy that shit."
So all our main characters retreat safely. We don't have to worry about them. Grey Worm, like I said, ditched the Unsullied.
Grey Worm, that's my man.
He set up the trap, and they were trying to ignite it. John and Danny were supposed to ignite it, but they couldn't see the signal. So
they kept
come through Melisandre. Because she can't.
Well, no, before that, remember all the people they kept sending to try to light it.
They kept trying to shoot the arrows, but
not even. Remember the people that were running? Did you see
he died. Yeah, they were all getting taken out.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
So Melisandre came through with the MVP. She did her little prayer, which she had to do it quite a few times because she was like, oh, she looked worried for a second. She was like, oh shit, this ain't gonna work. But she got it. She lit it.
Can I say something real quick? Yeah. The way that it was shot. Reminded me of Aliens when they're all in that one room and the aliens start surrounding the room and they have no way out. That's that claustrophobia feeling. Yeah. I felt it when they couldn't light the fire. I was like, fudge.
That's what I had. One of the reviews I had watched on the show were saying that they didn't feel immersed into the episode, and I couldn't disagree more.
It's because they're probably working. Because if you didn't have the lights off, and like watching the screen with nothing else around you. You really...
I thought it did a great job of, like especially even the scenes that you couldn't, like, really see. Like, I felt for me that was, like...
That's how it was.
Like, you being in the battle. Exactly. Like, you can't see anything.
I wonder how many people got accidentally killed by other people.
That's what I always wonder when I watch these damn battle scenes. Like, how do you know who you're... Especially in a battle like this at night. Like, how do you see who you're fighting?
Do they have blue eyes?
They do.
Okay, so maybe that's what...
yeah, not like the
zombie
White Walkers.
Yeah, there's one of the skeletons.
The whites,
right?
Yeah, the whites kind of have blue eyes.
I got a question for you, actually. Sorry to cut you off. So when they kill a zombie, right? Can that zombie be get up again?
Once they get killed by the Dragulas, they're done.
They're not coming back from. Okay, so he can't raise them again. Okay, just want to make sure.
No, yeah, he was just then we get a little bit of a scene between Tyrion and Sansa in the crypt saying how, it would never work for them, but it was kind of like a fun little break from the action. Nothing really big happened there, though.
Just the guys in the bed. Let me in, come on, please! Oh, that's just crazy.
Then we get the scene with Theon going to apologize to Bran's like, Theon, not now, Theon, we're in the middle of a battle. Come on.
I'm sorry, Bran.
But Bran's kind of like,
you did
everything. Okay, you did everything you did got you here.
Yeah,
blah blah blah.
Awesome.
Made you the person you are. So you can see him building up Theon a little bit. Then he wargs into the Ravens, and it was like, it was cool because you got to see the Night King do his little magic hands. Like,
I know what you're about to say,
but it was like, what did he do?
I thought you were gonna say he should have went to all the wolves and then had them come and help them. That would have been dope.
But there's only 2 wolves left.
No, did you say one leads a pack?
Oh, Nymeria, yeah. That would have been sick. But, yeah, I don't know. I just thought he was like, all right, I'm going. And then, like, what else did he do after he saw the Night King? That's what I want to know. Because he was there for a long time.
Do you think they forget about Nymeria? You think the producers just forgot?
They might. Because how much the CGI budget is crazy.
3 episodes left, maybe.
Yeah, she might show up going down south.
Yeah.
So Bran sees the Night King. We see the Night King do some kind of command. We don't really know what's happening. Then it goes down to the whites in front of the fire that are just standing there, and then you just see one, boop, just falling. And you see another one, boop. And you're like, oh shit, what are they? At first I was like, oh, they're just testing it out to see if it's gonna kill them.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, what? And then you just see more, and then you're like, oh no, they're making a bridge. So they make a bridge of dead bodies so they could just swarm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what? These filmmakers all take from Aliens, bro. Swear to God. Like, I think Aliens influenced a lot of these filmmakers.
I think there was a lot of callbacks in this episode. So, I mean, that's just
They kill themselves to use the other person's blood to get through the door or whatever. It's just, you can see it, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. Good filmmakers.
So they're getting ready. They realize what they're doing. And they start getting ready, getting everybody ready on the battlements. And then basically the dead just overrun Winterfell. Like they just they just start mobbing up against the wall, just climbing each other to get to the top. And then they just get over, and it's just an all-out fight. It's like everywhere you could look, you're fighting somebody. It was like
I really appreciate the people in the background fighting too. Like, you know, and nobody was just not doing anything.
No, there was so. I mean, it was a mess. It was just there was so much action. You couldn't you come from one main character to another main character, and they're all just getting mobbed. Then it cuts to the Hound. He's having his panic attack because of the fire. He can't handle it. Then we cut to Arya with her new weapon, and she was wrecking shop.
This just fucking my brain. Is what's his name still alive?
Yeah, they showed him a couple times fighting.
Okay. I don't think I saw him.
Yeah, it's hard to see people in this episode. So Arya's doing work with her new weapon.
That was a great weapon.
I like when Davos. You see Davos coming down the stairs, and he's just watching her like do work on.
What was Davos doing the whole time?
She turns around, looks at him, and he's like,
what was Davos doing the whole time? Every time I never seen him fight.
He doesn't know how to fight. That's what he always says.
So he was just hiding the whole time.
Survived all these battles, and I don't even know how to fight. He commands like the archers and blah blah blah. Yeah. Then we see Lyanna Stark, and she turns around. The freaking castle giant doors just smash open. A giant comes in and just backhands her.
She's Stark.
No, did I say Stark?
Yeah.
Lyanna Mormont.
Well, I was like, whoa, because she's Stark.
Lyanna Mormont.
Oh,
and he just backhands her into the wall or something. And you're like, oh, damn, what happened? We're like, oh, she's not dead. She's not dead.
She had a lot of screen time.
Yeah, she did, for good reason.
Her whole family's dead.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Arya, you see she tries to jump over a mob and she loses her sword, or whatever the weapon was. And then she like bangs her head against the wall. She got like a concussion. She don't know what she's doing. Then she's getting her ass kicked. And then that's when Beric like tries to snap the Hound out of him. He's like, "Look, you know,
your little girl's dying."
Turn to her.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do, man?
What are you gonna do?
And then the Hound's like, "Okay." Once he saw Arya in danger, he snapped right out of it. He's going to help her.
I got like mad emotional in that part. I was like, oh shoot!
He just has a soft spot for her. And then we come back to Lyanna, and she's like, "I'm taking this giant down," and she runs right at him, and he just grabs her into like a can of Coke, like just. You just heard once you heard that armor just crushing. You're like, no. You just see her. She's a good little actress, man. She sold it.
And about to get eaten.
And then so it looked like he was gonna take a bite of her, which is weird because they don't really eat people. They just.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Do they?
I think they eat them.
Because they were biting people, like.
Yeah, they bite them. I think just to kill them, though. I've never seen them eat, but for narrative purposes, he held her close to his face and she just stabbed him right in the eye. And then she went down hard. But it was a great. If you're gonna die, I put in Lyanna's noble end.
When I thought about that, for all the comic book fans out there, it's when when Giant Man in Ultimate Comics found out that the Blob was eating Wasp, and then he just picked him up, the Blob, and he just bit his head off and threw him. It was crazy. But anyway.
Back to this, we get a little dragon fight between the first one was real quick, like they fly up into the sky.
Yeah.
There's just a little interaction, and
is it weird that Jon's better with the dragon than Daenerys?
The dragon was doing a little more work, but not in the. I think the first one was more Drogon and Viserion. But it was, like I said, it was real cool. But we do get that shot of them going like above the clouds.
That's what I was waiting for.
That was like. I want that poster on my wall.
Oh my god,
that looks so amazing.
You know what's crazy? That's funny that you said that because when I was watching it, I was like, man, I hope they go above the clouds. I was like, because that makes sense to get over everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought the dragon fight scenes were shot really well. It looked like if you watch any like nature documentary or something, you see like two hawks or eagles fighting each other.
Yep, with the leg,
looked exactly like they're grabbing each other with their talons and claws, and then
I think if they were to shot fire, it would have been stupid because they both know that it doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that was I thought really well.
And the Night King's up there like this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I got that because I was in the second one. I got that note in there. Then we cut from the dragon fight. We get to the library scene with Arya, which reminded me of the Jurassic Park scene with the Raptors.
Oh, yeah, that was just awesome.
I was like, it had that tension, it had that like that horror in it.
Yeah.
We were like, oh man.
So
I mean, honestly, I was worried. I thought she was gonna die there. I didn't think she was, but I was like, this could be it for her.
You know, it felt like when Walking Dead was good. That's what it felt like.
Yes.
When Walking Dead was good.
Yes.
That's exactly what that felt like.
The tension. It was all tension and suspense. I think they were also setting up the end of the episode here, when they showed like when she's dipping and dodging and all that.
So you can't hear her.
Quiet as a fucking mouse. Like you didn't
great.
hear any footstep, any roll.
Only the blood.
Super exactly, which I think was done to highlight exactly how quiet she was being.
Yeah.
Because they heard a blood drop, but they didn't hear her
Normal.
stepping around and rolling. And
They're pretty quiet too.
Yeah,
they were like really quiet.
Basically hollow bones walking around.
So crazy.
And then as she's going to leave, she shanks that last one in the jaw. That was
awesome.
That one made me nervous though, because she looked shocked. So it was like, did
even the zombie was like,
I know. And then, but then you realize, no, she got the zombie. And then
we can say zombie.
Bled out.
We got to say white.
Sorry. And it bled out all over her shoulder.
It was awesome.
I would have thrown up.
And then when she went through the door, oh my god.
Yes. Then we get the chase.
You're like
chasing Arya through the hallways, which was like, I know I haven't seen Indiana Jones, but it was, everybody knows that scene of Indiana running from the Rolling Stone.
Yeah,
like,
it was rolling
through the
pool of zombies.
It was like, exactly, it was like through tight hallways. It had that feel to it. Like,
I always thought a wall was going to pop up and stop her.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But she runs into the Hound and Barrick.
Yep.
Who are looking for her.
Barrick.
She runs through the door. Barrick saves her from the zombie that's right on top of her.
Those are
that fire sword.
I was like, oh, it's a wrap now for him.
And then he, and then he picks the zombie up. She dips. He gets stabbed with the arrow, but he's still alive. They're all running through. It's basically just a scene of them running through these hallways and fighting off as many as they can.
Did you see the meme? Well, it says hold the door for hold door, and it was what's that guy's name? Barrick. It's spelled his name or something. It says block the hall or something like that. Block the hall.
Barrick gets stabbed a lot.
Oh my god.
A lot. Somehow he was able to sprint to that door and get through. I don't know. I remember when I was watching it yesterday. I don't know. I was taking my eyes off the screen for 2 seconds, and then he was in the room with them. I was like, he just got stabbed. Like he literally was blocking the hallway and just getting shank. And then somehow he's able to make it. I don't know, but it was a good death scene.
Yeah, it was.
He looked Arya in the eyes, and then he just.
Do you think the Lord of Lights can bring it back over?
No, that was his purpose.
That was his purpose,
and we know why at the end of the episode. Then Melisandre's randomly in that room. She gives her the little kind of prophecy saying, you're going to shut many eyes. She's like, you said I was going to shut many eyes. She's like, yes, brown eyes, green eyes, and blue eyes.
And then she says the line from
his her old master.
And what do we say? To the god of death? Not today. And then she just walks away. And I was like, wait, what are you doing? I thought she was saying, like, we're going to mess up all these mofos trying to come in through this door right now. And she just
you kind of forgot about her, which I liked.
Yes, so that's what I was at. When what happened, I was like, I forgot. But yeah, so Ari just walks out on leg, and the Hound even looks like, what just happened? Like,
and the Hound and that girl just stood in their place, right? They stood
I guess I'm assuming the Hound just went to work on them.
Yeah.
Then the dead, the whites, make it to the Godswood where Bran is. The Ironborn just start going to work with their arrows, like straight up elf style, looking like Legolas over there.
Yeah.
I was like, how are they going to get all these damn whites with just arrows? But they did it. They fought them off for a long time.
They did.
And then we get the second dragon fight, which was like crazy. Rhaegal and Viserion. Yeah. And you see, their claws, they grab onto there, and they are tearing each other.
The people that don't know who those dragons are, which one's the white one?
Rhaegal is Jon's, and Viserion is that Night King.
Night King's, okay. The one that got his face teared off.
Yes, they're tearing. These guys were, cutting into it. It was
He's like, "You're not my brother. You're not my brother."
It looked amazing, and then
the Night King.
That was the Night King. Like, what are you doing with your damn spear, man? You ain't hitting John from.
No, he was like,
these dragons are all over the place.
You look like Mark Sanchez trying to throw the jets.
Honestly, I think they was like showing that he had a spear for what's about to happen. As he's fighting, as Rhaegal and Viserion are fighting, Dany comes in with Drogon, just tackles Viserion and knocks the Night King down to the ground, and then Viserion flies off because he's basically dying. Rhaegal rips his throat out. Rhaegal goes down because he got messed up too, and then you just see Dany on Drogon staring down at the Night King. In the middle of the field, she says Jacaris.
My man was like this.
He just stared at her.
Hold my beer.
She lit him up 100%.
What was it called? Jacaris.
Jacaris.
She's like, she was so evil. She's like,
she knew it. She's like,
I'm going to get you, motherfucker. Oh, sorry, Chris.
And then Dany wins the battle right there. So. Just kidding.
Right. How about now?
The Night King just stands there, gives her a little smirk, and he's like, "Oh, look what I have here. It's my spear." But Dany was smart this time. She saw him reaching down. She's like, "Oh, you gotta go, Drogon."
Yeah. And real quick, I saw a meme. Well, just with that Dr. Evil thing, it's like she burns him. He stands like this, and she cuts Dr. Evil and goes, "How about no?"
No. Unbelievable.
I love this show. Go ahead. Keep going.
So he throws the spear, misses
completely.
Dany flies off. Then we get Jon just looking at the Night King. He's like, "This is it.
This is it. I'm gonna
He's chasing him down. And everybody knows the Night King knows that Jon's coming right behind him.
Does he have like sixth sense or something? Like he has bronze sense?
I don't know.
He's Jesus.
He's just exactly. Basically, so the Night King stops. We're like, oh, we're about to get this showdown, and then the Night King turns around and he just puts his arms out. And once he puts it, like he didn't even put his arms out, he just put them out, and everybody knows, like, no.
Oh, I thought Jon.
And Jon sees because he's seen it before at Hardhome, and Jon just starts booking it.
Yeah.
Trying to get to him before he can raise any dead. Yeah. But brings him up. There's a freaking
everybody died
around Jon.
Oh my god!
I mean, and then that was the scene where we see Lyanna resurrect. We see Ed resurrect.
Yeah.
We saw your boy from the replacement for
Aquaman. What's his name?
The Drogo.
Yeah.
The whatever.
Count Drogo's little BITC.
Yeah. He resurrects.
Yeah.
And then that's all we got. Then we just leave Jon in a circle of death. And at that point, you're like, there's no way they can win this battle.
I didn't notice how many people died until that scene.
So, yeah. And that's why I was like, once that happened, I was like, the Night King has to die in this episode.
Yeah, he has to.
There's no way they're winning this battle if he doesn't die.
For 1 second, you thought I was right? I was like, the Night King is going to kill everybody. He's going to murder everybody.
Ooh,
and no, remember what I told you? I was like, the Night King is just going to go there. He's going to kill everybody. And they're going to take his army. He's going to go down.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
I
thought Jon was dead.
It couldn't happen. Well, that's why I was worried. I was like, damn, Jon's really? But Jon, he always finds his way out of a tough situation.
It's crazy how he gets out of it.
But, then we get a little shot of the lieutenants just marching into Winterfell.
Yep.
Always a badass shot.
No, they look so
no matter what you want
they
to
never did anything.
And then they look bad.
They look oh, man.
So badass.
That's Halloween costumes right there.
Being for sure.
Oh, that's dope.
If you get that makeup right, too,
what?
That's crazy. Then we cut to the crypt, and all the dead people in the crypt start resurrecting. And that's what everybody was wondering last week when you knew the safest place was the crypt and all the women and children were going to be down there by themselves. And everybody was like, oh, shit.
Yep.
Can he do that? Is that part of the rule?
I was waiting for Ned Stark to come out.
Headless Ned to come out.
Headless Ned?
Headless Ned. I feel like they would have done that, but it would have been too...
Is there a mom buried there, too?
I think so.
Why didn't she come back too? I guess
I think they didn't want it. It would have been too cheesy, I think.
So they might have came back and he just didn't see it.
They probably came back, yeah, we didn't see it. So yes, so then we cut back to John in his circle of death, and then Danny comes out and lights everybody on fire, saves him at the last second.
But before you go further, something just popped in my brain. I think they missed an opportunity because I know you just said that it would have been cheesy coming back, but I think that it would have made Sansa come full circle because she was so scared down there, and her parents came out and she was the one to kill him. Would have been awesome. I'm just
well,
saying.
she has her moment in a little bit. It's kind of, I mean, I don't know. I don't think she would have been able to kill her parents again.
I would have. Zombie parents?
No.
You think you could kill your parents? If they were zombies?
I think a lot of people if they were zombies.
Thank you very much. I ain't get bit.
John. All right, we're on that. So John's about to get jumped by all the lights, and Danny saves him, lights him on fire, and he's like, "Bran!" And instead of her flying him to Bran,
nope.
He just runs, and she's just sitting there on her dragon doing nothing.
She's like, I'm just gonna sit here.
I'm just gonna sit here, and then what? All these whites are jumping on that dragon, like.
Did you see a little stabbing?
Yeah, they were messing Drogon up. But she's
like jail.
Sitting in the middle. Drogon gets swarmed by ants on a.
It was crazy.
I don't know what.
Then you're just like,
yeah. And then so Drogon gets swarmed. He's like, I gotta get out of here, Danny.
That's exactly. That's exactly what happened. He was like, "F this, B, go. I'm leaving. I ain't dying today.
Yeah, I'm about to do
not today.
Flying to get out of this.
Not today."
So Danny is in serious trouble because all the ones that he's flinging off are landing all around her.
Oh my god.
She's about to.
I thought she was dead.
She's about to bite it, and who saves the day? Ser
Jorah. Always Ser Jorah. Without him, she would have been nothing.
She'd be dead a lot of times.
You know what's messed up? She killed what's his name's father, right? And if it wasn't for him, what's his name? The chubby guy.
Sam.
If it wasn't for Sam, she would never have Ser Jorah there, because he's the one who helped him with this freaking skin disease thing.
Yes. True.
Crazy.
Full circle.
Full circle, baby.
Then we get Jon fighting his way to the Godswood going through the gates of Winterfell. And it's like crazy, like Jeddah falling off the battlements, falling through the ceilings. Like he couldn't go 2 feet without something falling around him.
That was a nice shot. That continuous shot. Yeah, we're running with him and everything. Yeah,
the shots of Brienne fighting, Sam fighting, Jaime fighting, Grey Worm fighting.
What's the big dude again? The
Tormund.
Tormund. Yeah, he was on top of the pillar. He was on top of all these bodies, killing
people up. I just love. Sam was basically just laying on a pile of dead, like, what are you doing, Sam? Stand up! Crazy?
No, I was talking to my friend at work today. I was like, John just walks by. He's like, I'm not helping you today. You're on your own. No.
But John was looking at everybody like, should I help him?
No.
Should I help him?
No.
Should I help him? No.
I wonder if he would have saw Arya, that he would have helped her.
That's a good question. But she's hiding. She's in ninja mode. Yeah. Nobody knows where Arya is, apparently.
Yeah.
So then we cut to Theon and Ironborn just still doing work, but they run out of arrows.
Mm-hmm. Yo, that was.
They run out of arrows, and all the other Ironborn get worked.
And on top of that scene, that like you don't even like. Did you go back and watch that scene? Yeah. Did you realize how many people were? He was shooting those arrows, but they were just filling in around him the whole time.
Just circling.
Such good production.
Crazy.
So good.
Very.
You don't notice that until you go back and watch.
It was so good.
Oh, so good. Sorry,
no,
I'm so excited about the show. It's so good.
So all the other, it looks like all the other Ironborn are dead.
Oh,
and then Theon's just there with that like pole arm thing, and he's doing work. He's killing everything that comes up to him.
Are they so good with arrows because they're on ships all the time?
Yeah, they're. I think it's a point that they make.
They're so
that
fast.
The Ironborn are very good archers.
Yeah.
They're not very good warriors, but they can shoot an arrow
with
the best of them. Where were we? So it shows. I mean, Theon's just protecting Bran as much as he can. Looks like he's getting pretty tired, but he's got that thing to prove, you know.
Yeah, he does.
Then we cut to Tyrion and Sansa hiding behind that little tomb. It looked like, and they were having their little moment. And then they both pull out their dragon glass blades, and I was just like, what are you guys gonna do? Do something stupid. I can't die. And then it just like the end of that scene is just Tyrion kissing Sansa's hand, and then you just see him go, and then you're like, and then it just cuts, and it's like, no, Tyrion,
What are you doing?
don't be stupid. You don't need to be fighting anybody.
He's getting laid though, by the way.
But we don't know, so we don't. At that point, we don't know what the hell we're gonna come back to when we get back to the crypt.
Tristan's definitely getting laid.
Tristan, Tyrion. God damn. What do we got?
Something about giving the booty, bro. I'm sorry. He better. She better.
They were eyeing each other up, but it was a little interesting there.
He was the best I ever had.
Might be a good.
Oh, my man.
Good ally type thing going on there.
Yeah.
So John's about to get to the Godswood. The Viserion just lands right in that courtyard that's in between him and the Godswood, and Viserion is shooting fire out of his throat.
Yo!
Out of his mouth, his throat.
That was crazy.
There was just blue fire everywhere.
Wasn't his throat and his face got ripped off?
That
whole section just
and
gone.
You couldn't even see. It was just blue fire. Just coming out of everywhere.
John's like, shit! Shit!
And then we get a lot of cuts. So many cuts. We cut to Jorah and Dany fighting off the dead. You see Dany using her. She picked up the dragon glass sword and starts stabbing these dudes.
Yep.
We cut to Tyrion and Sansa apparently doing work down in the
it was crazy.
They were killing people.
Yeah, they were. They were.
So I guess we didn't have to worry about them. And we get a quick cut of the Night King and the homies.
Yo, Night King and the homies.
The homies coming around the corner.
That was so dope.
That shot was so good.
Isn't it weird that you were kind of like, kind of rooting for them?
Yeah, I mean, it was weird.
They were so cool.
I want to get to this point after we finish going through the episode, but remind me.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Night King. Then we cut to Bran and Theon, and they know the Night King is right there on the edge of the Godswood.
Yeah.
And staring them both down, and Bran goes, Theon, you're a good man.
That was it.
Thank you.
That was it. That was my boy.
And Theon was like,
Redemption.
And he's crying, and he's like, all right, this is how I go.
Did Bran shed a tear?
No, definitely not.
No, right?
No way.
No, right.
Bran don't cry no more. Just runs right at him with that polearm thing he had.
And then he was just like
he just dodged it, snapped it in half, and just stabbed him with it.
That's crazy. He was like,
yep, no good. No bueno for Theon. And then he just stared at him. Yeah, he just stared at him.
Good job, bro.
Terrible.
I was waiting for the guy from Friday to be like, you got knocked off.
That was a great scene.
Yeah. I felt bad for him when Theon was on the floor. He was trying to get up. He can't. Because he stabbed him like right to the right there. You ain't getting up from that. Dragon glass? What?
Breathe. Then we get the Night King is walking up to Bran. See that? Then we cut to Jorah and Dany. Jorah takes one right in the chest, right through his armor.
Yo, it was crazy.
I mean, I was like, damn. He didn't even go like, in the soft spot, right through the breastplate.
Jesus.
Oh man, Jorah.
But you gotta think about it. The Night King's army is just like they have crazy weapons because they've just been grabbing things up.
Yes, and then the thing is, I don't even think Dany realized Jorah got stabbed.
And I think he got stabbed by a what's it called? Dothraki. That's what I think he got stabbed by.
I gotta rewatch that. Look it again. But I like I just said, I just rewatched it. Dany picks Jorah up. And in the scene, it looks like she basically uses him as a shield.
Yeah.
And she picks him up and then boom,
yep.
Right in the chest. And I was like, Dany.
She's making some choices. You must save your queen.
Like, oh man! He would have done it in a heartbeat, no matter what. He would have died for her, but it looked a little weird. Maybe I'll watch it a third time, and And I gotta see, but when you watch the second time, you let me know.
And you know what? It's funny. People were like, "Man, he was the worst friend zoned ever." That was like he's like
so true.
The epitome of friend zone.
That's so bad.
I'll die for you,
Captain Friend Zone.
Okay.
Then we cut to John again, and he's trying so hard.
So hard.
He's trying so hard to get that Goswood and fight the Night King.
I felt his pain, man, because like your brother's over there.
I know you've never seen The Princess Bride, but it reminded me of the scene in The Princess Bride when Inigo is trying to get to the six-fingered man that killed his father, and he's been looking for him his whole life, and he finally got this moment where this is the guy he wanted to kill his entire life, which is kind of similar with John and the Night King, and then. He's like, there's a part where the six-fingered man gets through this door and the door gets locked, and Inigo's trying to break this door down. He has like this desperation in his face that just reminded me when I saw John like desperately trying to get past this damn dragon. Just had that same, it brought that same emotion out. He was like, man, he's trying so hard. There's nothing he can do, and John didn't have Andre the Giant to come bash that door down for him. And then.
We have some technical difficulties. I think the dogs didn't like that.
And then we get back to Night King. He's staring down at Bran. He's reaching back for something behind him, and then you just see Arya's face.
Yo.
Glorious Arya's face just coming out of the dark. Well, first you see the one lieutenant just like, what? And then you just see Arya's
his hair's...
And then Night King turned around and grabbed her right by the throat. And at that point, I think everyone collectively shat their pants.
I was like, oh shit!
I think everybody thought this is it. Arya's dead.
No, she's dead. She was crushing his throat.
Then she she drops the knife, catches it down here, and right in the ribs.
Yo.
And
boosh.
Breaks into a billion pieces.
It was crazy.
And
Terminator 2 style.
That scene, has she done that before? Because when she did that, the knife drop trick, I feel like
she did it before.
Either she did it before or somebody showed her.
I think a guy did it before. With her master, the many-faced guy.
Yeah.
Where is he anyway?
Jacques and Hagar. Anyway,
where is he? By the way?
I think he's still just chilling.
Just chilling.
He was like, yeah, she got away, man. She did it. She did her thing. So I think he just gave up following her. And then we don't really get much after that. A bunch of dramatic looks at people. The dragon that was about to light John up, and and we just see White's collapsing, and all the lieutenants collapsing.
I thought they were exploding.
Exploding, yeah, that's right. And then after that, we just get Melisandre walking out.
So the Night King was just made of ice?
I guess so.
They never really explained his origin. They didn't make there's no origin for him, right?
Well, he was a human.
How did he become like that, though?
The Children of the Forest created him to help defeat the First Men. And he went out of control. He was a man. That's why, the people who theorized that he was a Targaryen.
That's what I'm thinking. Because he took the fire to the face.
He was invincible to the fire.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But I don't think so. I think that's just a coincidence.
Well, I hope they bring him back in the prequel.
I mean, they established a long time ago that he was...
and then, like, he doesn't get hurt by anything.
He can only be killed by Valyrian steel and dragonglass.
Oh man, John probably like, damn it! Somebody took another death kill from me.
I'm trying to. What was that thing we were talking about before?
We talking about with Theon? No. Jon Snow getting his ass whooped?
No.
The episode?
They said to wait till after. Damn it! I know I shouldn't have waited. I always forget this stuff.
We'll come back to you. So let's talk about the ending. The girl, your favorite person?
Melisandre pulls off her magic necklace that keeps her looking young.
Yeah.
And she turns into her old witch self, and Thanos dusted.
That was crazy.
Yes,
oh man.
Yes, snapped into nothing, and then screen goes black. Episode over.
Yeah. Arya
left to sit there with our emotions.
God, I can't wait to put up the memes for you guys so you can see them on the page.
Yeah, I'll put it out. So I'm gonna put a bunch up on.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, some people.
The memes last night were Arya has had the best 2 meme nights any character has had in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was so crazy.
With the Gendry Arya memes, and then this week with the
Night King. They put her face on Michael Jordan.
She has had a legendary 2 weeks.
Oh my god, it's been awesome. They put her face on Michael Jordan for switching hands. They put Stephen A. Smith. Arya kills Night King. Braun be like, straight face. Oh god, that was a great episode, man. Yeah. If I could rate it a 20 out of 20, I would. That was, and like I said, I'll say it again. All those people that doubted this series because the first episodes of character building, like, go jump off a bridge, bro. Like, seriously, it's really not. It was really not serious. Like, oh great, we didn't need any talking in this episode. We didn't need nothing. No. We were all invested in these characters.
No dialogue. Barely any in this episode.
Barely any. Barely. Oh my god. So, I mean, where do they go from here?
They go down.
It's to the south, but they have no army. That's what you're saying, right?
They got a little bit of army. They don't have as much. That's
what you were going to go back to.
The point that was made was Daenerys had overwhelming force before, so she would have fought Cersei. That's why Cersei didn't want her and Jon
together because
teaming up, because she was like, "That's not even a fair fight." So that's why this episode had to happen. The that army had to decimate the Johnny and Dan's army.
Yeah.
Danny and John's army.
Danny and John's army. Are you saying Donnie?
Johnny and Dan. Danny and John's army. So now it's a little more balanced. We know, what she had, 20,000 with the Golden Company or something like that?
Yep.
I think I said.
Now it's nothing.
So it's no, Cersei's.
Cersei. Oh yeah, Cersei got too many. Now.
So I think it's going to be either even or they're going to be on the short end.
Well, the dragons, it kind of takes out like a lot of those people, because who's going to kill the dragon?
Yeah, that's why I think.
We forgot about that guy that's going to come with the arrow. His what's his name? His best friend.
Brown.
Yeah, he's supposed to come and kill.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do that.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
What do you think he's going to do?
I don't know. I think he's going to be like, "Yo, this is crazy, man. I had to get out of there. She gave me a bunch of gold and shit. I'm good."
Did she give him the gold already?
I don't know. She said but I don't know. I mean, she's Cersei, so.
Yeah, she's like.
She don't keep no promises.
You can't just sleep with the queen. I've earned her sleepness.
No.
Oh man, so
yeah, I mean
that was a great episode. 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Man,
it's so sad. It's only 3 episodes left.
Yeah, that's it. 3 left.
And that's it. And then we'll get the prequel sometime. I don't know when.
Yeah.
So we're doing that. All right. So let's get off the fantasy for a little bit.
Get off.
Let's talk about sports. Sports. I like sports.
Let's go NBA real quick. We got we're in the second round officially in every series. Last one to go through was Spurs Nuggets, and the Nuggets pulled that one out. Close it out again against the Spurs.
Yeah, I can't believe that. That ending, Murray's nasty, man.
They tried to pull out your prediction, but not to be.
Man, I want the Spurs to go.
They pulled that Game 6 out. That was impressive. I mean, Game 7 came down to the wire. So
Spurs are going to be a great team next year.
Yeah,
everybody with the injuries they had.
They can stay healthy.
And what's his name is retiring right after this year?
Who?
Coach Pop.
No.
I thought this was his last season.
Did he say that?
I don't know. Did he?
I don't think so. Let's see what we got here. Why can't I find anything that I need when I need it? Whatever happened to just having a good old playoff bracket on your page, man? Alright. So we got the Warriors Rockets. Warriors just won that game the other day. Yesterday?
Yep.
They're up 1-0.
Yep.
Against the Rockets. Who do you think's getting that series?
Rockets. Okay, I mean Golden State, because Rockets already bitching to everybody about their fouls and all that stuff. Yes. You see, Ma? I'm not cursing at all. I have been really good.
Yeah, I think Golden State is going to take it too. I think KD's just on a fire right now. It was funny. I heard actually earlier. It was on ESPN. A reporter asked Steve Kerr. He's like, "Have you ever seen a player on such a great 4-game run?" And Steve Kerr goes, There's this guy named Michael. I heard of him. He's he's played on this team for a little bit. He's like this guy named Michael. I don't know. Can't remember his last name.
I wonder if Steve Kerr's supposed to be he's supposed to be, apparently.
I don't know. Maybe.
He just seems like he comes off as. I feel like the whole team is just egos.
I thought I like him. I like Steve Kerr.
What was he? Who was the he was assistant coach in what? San Antonio?
Yes.
That's what it was.
Yep.
That's why he's so good.
And he was the GM in Phoenix.
Nice.
I think when
Steve Nash,
Steve Nash, and
Amari Stoudemire, Joe Johnson, Quentin Richardson, Raja Bell.
That was a great team.
That was a super good team. Did you? Oh, you watched that? The Sports Nation. They did the why that team failed.
No.
So good. You watch it. It was really good.
Yeah, definitely gonna watch that.
Yeah, it was good.
That was such a good team, man.
They did something on the Yankees
so
too.
So often. Nuggets Trailblazers starts tonight.
I'm going Blazers, man. I think Blazers are going to finals, man.
I think
Lillard's on the roll right now. I hope that this time off that he had didn't kill his momentum.
I don't think so. He didn't have that long off.
Well,
couple days. I think it was like 3 days.
Well, the Nuggets are going right into it. They're still hot right now. They're still warm.
Yeah, that's true. But they played a 7-game series. A tough. Anytime you play Game 7, that's going to wipe you out.
You don't even need to talk about Milwaukee. Boston's winning that series. I'm sorry.
Did you see that game?
Al Horford was like, go ahead.
And it was tied at halftime. And then they just
smart.
They put their foot on their
Giannis
throat.
shoot, but you said it. You've said it how many times to me?
Yeah.
If Giannis gets a shot, they'll be murderers. But right now, it's a wrap.
And Brogdon's hurt. Brogdon didn't play Game 1, and he's not going to play Game 2.
Oh,
They're hoping he comes back for Game 3.
Oh, man. And they're in Milwaukee right now, and they lost, right? Jesus.
And none of their role players showed up either, so it's like you need the role players to show up at home because you just started to go on the road and take over. But if they keep playing Giannis like that, Al Horford's come through with the defense.
They're going to have to Giannis going to have to turn Michael Jordan on. That's the only guy
you have to shut down.
He's going to have to turn Michael Jordan on.
We're going to see.
Kyrie's playing good, man.
Kyrie's playing good. Makes you. It was crazy. It was like all season long. You're like, oh, Kyrie's not getting along with these guys. They're probably gonna lose in the first round. And then the first round just who they playing? Who did they play?
Who did they play in the first round? We don't even remember. That's how good they were. Detroit. No. It was
Oh, the Pacers.
Oh, yeah.
Swept them.
Well, Pacers didn't have their superstars.
Oladipo, but they were good enough to get there with the 5 seed without Oladipo.
Yep.
I mean, a 4-5 matchup, you should be able to pull one game.
Oh yeah, at least one game off.
They swept them. Kyrie's playing really great. It makes you wonder if he's thinking about leaving still. Maybe he might stay. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to try that friction again for a whole other season.
I don't blame him.
I guess we'll find out. But last series we got is Raptors Sixers.
Raptors.
I'm telling you, pretty handily, I think.
I think I told you this last week.
108-95.
What's his name? Kawhi Leonard never loses in Philly.
We talked about that last week.
Hey, he never loses in Philly, man. 14-0 now.
He's playing really good.
Yeah, he's Michael Jordan. He's the new Michael Jordan, man. He's just so good anywhere.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's great on defense. He just locks you down, man. But he's so quiet. That's the only thing. Michael Jordan was loud and talked crap. He's just like. You saw that interview? They did like a 1-question interview. He was like, "Wow, really? That's it?" I was like, "Thank you."
She was like, "Oh, you want it?"
No, I'm good.
Straight. No argument here.
Nope.
So yeah, basically all these series are 1-0 or 0-0.
I think I might start watching it now again.
Yeah, I'm gonna start watching.
Yeah, start watching now.
Obviously, the first. I mean, all the top 4 seeds made in both conferences. There's really no reason to watch the first round.
To be honest, I'll probably catch every part.
Even though they were mostly sweeps and 5-game series, they were entertaining series in the first round. But this is when it really picks up.
I'm letting you know right now. I'm watching all the Portland games. I like Portland.
Well, you can watch it. I can't stand it.
Well, no, I'm watching. No, I do. I go on YouTube and watch the games, highlights, it shows like kind of the full game, the breakdown. It shows every shot. That's what I usually watch. The early games, I'm gonna probably watch the Boston game.
Yeah, Boston,
because I gotta
say, Houston though is gonna be a good series. Though
there's so much bad blood, bad blood, man. Chris Paul got ejected already.
Yeah. No, that's gonna be a good series.
Do you think?
I think these are all good series.
You think Harden got fouled, or he's just making up things in his brain?
Harden convinced me with you didn't call this. They call every other foul for you. I don't want to hear it.
Did you say they made a chart?
Yeah.
And they said
the last 2-minute report came out and they said that it wasn't a foul because he jumps forward. You're jumping at the defender, even if the defender jumps up,
They're saying
straight
that-
up and down, he's going to make contact.
Yeah, they're saying that they moved in front of him. So like
I'm done with Harden. I can't. He's the most overrated player. I mean, all these people are saying, "No, he's such an amazing offensive player." Like he's taking advantage of he's like forcing. He's initiating contact, but getting the foul call. So it's
Harden's a bum.
it kills me. Like all these people give him all this praise, and I don't know. I'm not on this Harden bandwagon train that all these people are on. I can't stand how he plays. Like he's so dependent on the refs calling a foul.
Yeah,
Like,
it is true though. Like
he doesn't get the foul calls.
no,
It's
he hit
ridiculous.
me.
I can't.
I have a chart for you, mommy.
That's
Look
when we start
how
on
many
James Harden.
times.
James Harden is. Ugh,
Oh,
I can't.
there again.
That's basically it for.
It's kind of sad. Now we have nobody to
Basketball.
root against Golden State. I mean,
I know.
Nuggets. Let me tell you something. If the Nuggets go against Golden State, they have their number, man. Golden State's gonna. Nuggets gonna whoop their butt.
Think so?
I think so. They match up really well with them. Now, Portland goes in there. As long as Damian Lillard. As long as. What are you doing? Anyway, as long as Damian Lillard keeps his momentum, that team could go any far, man. He's just.
I think
Out of
maybe
form.
if they had Nurkic, but
Also, he has a vendetta against Westbrook, so I think that's what it really amped
Yeah.
up.
They're really
We can talk about the NFL draft real quick.
switching to the draft. I mean, nothing too crazy happened. I mean,
What's his name got traded to the
Kyler
Miami.
Murray went first. Josh Rosen went
Traded.
to the Dolphins.
Yep.
The Raiders took a weird pick, but from everything I've been hearing today, they had a good overall draft. So
man, I forgot how many picks they had. Like
they had
four?
a lot of picks. They had
4 in the first?
No, not in the first, but they had. I think they had like
I thought they had 4, bro, in the first.
4. In the
Yeah,
first?
can you look
Maybe
at-
they traded?
Who traded up? Who's only traded in the draft? They traded up. I mean, I guess in the first round. There's only one team.
I
right?
know the Steelers traded up. We traded up.
Oh, you guys got the
to get
linebacker.
that linebacker.
You guys are trying to replace your defense with Shazier.
Devin Bush.
Shazier ain't coming back ever. There's no
He's
possible.
still working on it, man. They put him on the public.
You don't think he'd be scared, like, for him to take a hit?
I don't think he. I'm scared for him to take a hit.
He could die on the field.
Yeah,
man.
They had 3. They had 24, 27. So they had
We had no picks
3
until the third round.
in the first round.
We took a running back, Montgomery,
Yeah,
on the third round.
this Josh Jacobs guy's probably pretty good at the Raiders.
Yep.
There's so many good players in this draft. This draft was so
Like
stacked.
you said the draft is not a bunch of amazing players.
Yeah.
They're great
It's
players.
a deep draft.
Yeah, really deep draft.
What do you think of the Giants taking guy from Duke?
Yeah, did you? Oh man, I work around a lot of Giants fans,
Yeah.
and they didn't want to talk about the draft.
No Giants fans wanted to.
But you know what? I'm all right. So I'm gonna put my 2 cents in this. We took Mitchell Trubisky, and people were giving us crap about it, and we were even pissed about it. But look how he turned out.
Yeah, but he played at a real school.
Yeah, Duke is not a.
Duke is not a real football school.
No, it's not.
And he didn't even have. He wasn't. It's not even like he was amazing. Like I forget. I can't remember who was talking about on ESPN. It's like Carson Wentz, Jared Goff. They didn't play at D1 schools, but
They were
they
amazing.
lit it up. This guy did not. He had a good year, but he didn't light it up. He wasn't 70% accuracy like Carson Wentz was, or throwing crazy touchdowns like Goff.
No.
So I don't know. This I feel like there's going to be a lot of great players coming out of this draft.
I think Kyler Murray's gonna be a bust.
It's possible.
He's gonna get wrecked, man.
I don't know.
They have no line.
If they drafted anybody to fix their line, but
Because he could run all he wants, but that running don't help. After a while, you lose gas.
look at Russell Wilson. He can move.
If I was smart, if I was them, I would pick up Colin Kaepernick. No, seriously, I'm not even joking. Like I would legit pick up Colin Kaepernick and be like, "Here, teach this kid how to play." Because you guys are typically the same player.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But Kyler Murray just seems like he has an ego.
Oh, athletes have an ego.
Nah, not like him. Seems like he's not gonna listen.
Dwayne Haskins went to the.
Everybody's gonna. Let me say something. Okay, can we just say one thing? Every year, there's one guy in the draft, one quarterback in the draft. Everybody drop me down. Then you get me. I'm gonna come back and get them. Look at Josh Rosen. He talked that same crap last year. This guy, Dwayne Haskins, they passed him on me. The only thing bad about it is that he's playing the same division as the Giants.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah. He's gonna try and roast them. But
Giants didn't want a black quarterback.
When they drafted Daniel Jones, isn't Daniel Jones black?
No, they don't have a black quarterback. They never have a black quarterback.
When they drafted Daniel Jones, they had like video of Haskins just laughing when they drafted him.
Oh my god.
He was like, that's stupid.
Well, you know what? This guy trains with Eli Manning and everything, so
Yeah, he's in the Manning Academy and all that. So what are you gonna
we'll
do?
see. Did you see that meme? He looks like Eli Manning playing Eli Manning in a Lifetime movie. I was just like, so messed
I gotta
up.
find pictures of this guy because I haven't seen it.
Oh, he looks just like Eli. He legit looks like an actor playing Eli Manning in an Eli Manning Lifetime movie.
That's
It's
hysterical. What's the name? Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones. What kind of two first names?
Jones is not a first name.
Oh wait, sorry.
Oh my God, he does look like Eli Manning.
Yeah, from that far away.
Whoa, that's crazy. That's so weird.
Isn't that crazy?
He does look like Eli.
He looks just like Eli.
Like he's playing Eli. That's hilarious.
Can you send me that link? Because I could put that picture in the right here so people can see it. What else? Is there anything else in sports that happened? Because I'm ready to go into this. I'm ready to go into the best.
Worth talking about.
Woo! I'm ready, man. My life is ready. So, Ben saw Avengers Endgame. So, guys, we're talking about Avengers Endgame. Now we're going right into it. Avengers Endgame. Spoilers. Super spoilers. Like, if you didn't see the movie, pause it right now. Go watch the movie. Come back and watch this.
Hot. Fresh off the stove.
Oh, my God. It was so... All right, so...
First, let's get into dollars.
How much money?
This movie made so much money.
So much money.
It destroys all kinds of records. Literally, the headline on Box Office Mojo is Avengers Endgame decimates record books.
Oh my God!
With $1.2 billion.
Jesus Christ!
And the official number higher than they estimated. They estimated at 350.
Yeah.
357 million.
Jesus. And that's just U.S.
$7 domestic.
Jesus.
Let's see what weekend actuals.
90 million on Sunday.
Yo, it was I think they broke every first weekend day. I think they broke every one.
It's worth it, man.
What is the domestic? The worldwide is $1.223 billion. Stupid money. It broke all kinds of records.
So much money.
It broke Thursday money. It broke Friday money. I had to have broken Saturday.
I mean, you got to pay all these actors.
They're getting
producers.
If anybody got that percentage,
whoever bought stock in Avengers back in the day,
Disney or
Disney
Marvel
stock,
or
when it was really nothing.
Man, they are crushing it right now.
Yep. I wonder how much it is to buy into stock for them now, Disney. It's probably crazy, right?
They've been at all time. I think the last 3 weeks they've been at all time high every week.
Stocks?
Yeah. Opening weekend is number one. Open in 4,600 theaters.
Jesus. Oh, tell them about your little thing. You found out that AMC is what? You said that. The number means
the number after the name of each AMC theater is how many screens there are in that theater.
Isn't that crazy? Like we were just standing there. He was like, "Hey, you know what? AMC." I was looking it up.
I blew my mind yesterday.
Blew my mind.
Found this out. I would like to look up all the records that I broke, but we gotta get into this.
Yeah, let's get into this real quick. So, Ben saw the movie
Thursday.
Twice. But since I'm the Marvel guy and I love comic books, I'm going to be talking about this. Finally get a win in today. I'm kidding. Anyway, so we open up this movie, this great movie, with the scene of we have Tony Stark. No, actually, sorry. Before that, so before we even get into the movie, we have the saddest freaking moment in movie history. You see Hawkeye training his daughter. I'm hoping it's Kate Bishop.
It would have been sadder if they didn't show it in the trailer.
Yeah,
I think we all still would have figured out, but it would have been more of a shock because we didn't know.
No, it was starting the movie off. So, you see him trading. I think her name is it Kate? Anyway.
Isn't it Violet?
Maybe it's Violet. Okay, so it wasn't a K-Base show. Anyway, so she makes the shot right in the middle. He's like, good job, Hawkeye. And he went to go grab the arrow. And as soon as he turns around, his daughter's gone.
She gone.
Baby, where are you? Where'd you go? And he turns around. His whole family's gone. Dusted. You see the dust just falling down. And he's just running around. And he doesn't know what to do with himself. Because the sad part is the way they shot this. See, people that look at this. They shot it in a big open area. So there's no possible he can't miss where they went. No. So it's like,
What's like crazy is like you turn around when they look at her, you just see the dust. Like everybody in the theater knows what that means, and he's confused. Probably just like, what the fuck? And all you see is the dust, just like.
No. And then Marvel, like Marvel always does, drops the Marvel intro, right? And we open up with Tony Stark and what's her name? No.
Oh, his daughter.
No, we open up with Tony Stark and
Nebula.
Nebula playing freaking finger football.
Yeah.
So awesome. He's like, okay, you gotta get it. Okay.
Trying to teach her.
Yeah. Gotta kick it through this way. She's getting frustrated. He's like, no, you just gotta calm down, relax. So we get a sense of how long they've been up there because they're trying to trade off food. He's trying to give her food, and she kind of was like, no, you take it. You need it more. Then I guess another couple days pass by, and you just see him slowly dying, and she's such and she's becoming this nice, caring person.
This was her best movie.
Yeah, seriously. I've heard a lot of people say they're annoyed at that character. They got annoyed about it.
I always liked her character. I know a lot of people would say like, oh, she's like out of place in the Guardians movies because she's so intense and everybody else is kind of loosey goosey. Yeah, but she was so intense because she had a freaking Titan. She was trying to get the approval of her dad. Crazy Titan who was tearing her apart and rebuilding her every time she fucked up.
Exactly.
Like that's a
abusive
real,
parent.
That's like a real mental craziness to deal with.
Exactly. In real life,
she was so
you can tell when kids are like pressured by their parents all the time and they're just trying to get that satisfaction. Yeah. It happens, and they really showed that with her. But she finally broke hold of that. She's not in that whole space anymore, but she's this nice, caring person or machine or whatever she is, and she's taking care of Tony Stark. So as Tony Stark is dying, there's no water, there's no food left. I think they've been out there for 28 days or 22 days, something like that.
20, something like that.
Yeah,
20, 21.
3 weeks. 3 weeks, and Tony's sitting in the chair. She comes and covers him. She knows he's about to die. She knows, and Tony's sitting there. You're like, damn, they're about to kill off Tony Stark this early in the movie, and all of a sudden you see Tinkerbell. You see this bright light on his face. What's the light? And he opens his eyes, his crusty eyes, and you see Captain Marvel there. It's like, oh, that's how Captain Marvel was introduced. So what had happened was the scene that we saw at the end of Captain Marvel. She went to Earth first. Yeah. She talked to them what happened. They were like, Tony Stark is stuck in space. She shot back into space. She went and grabbed Tony Stark. They're in the ship. They bring the Guardians Galaxy ship down. They're met by Pepper Potts. They cut to Avengers HQ, and everybody's sitting around. Steve Rogers is shaving his face. Everything starts to rumble, and they all go outside. Pepper, Black Widow, Rhodey, Captain America, and I think Rocket. They all go outside, and they see Captain Marvel bring him down. Yo, she is so strong.
She's crazy.
Yes, crazy strong, right?
She's the most OP person in the
universe. Ex Machina.
She's the Superman of this universe.
Oh yeah. Well, you haven't. I'm not going to spoil that for you. So she brings him down. You see Tony come out. Yo, when I tell you this is Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., best performance as Iron Man, legit. They made this.
I feel like this is what you kind of got a taste of in Iron Man 3 with the whole mental interior kind of him dealing with his problems.
Demon in the bottle kind of thing. They didn't do Demon in the bottle.
This was him just crushing it.
Yeah, he was crushing it. So, it kind of makes me sad that they never did the Demon in Bottle storyline because I feel like he would have killed it. But also, it would have been like a play on himself in real life because how he was back in the day. Yeah. But anyway, so they get him inside the Avengers facility. You see him like all skin and bones. And they're talking to him about everything. And then he just has a nervous breakdown. Loses it. Cap, you left me. You don't believe me.
Poor bowl of soup.
Oh my God. I don't want it. I don't want anything.
Never stood a chance.
And then he just passes out. Boom. Yeah. Falls.
He rips his.
He's like, here, take this. Here. He's so good with that. And he just passes out. They get him in bed. They have him connected to IV, and they're just like he just had he just has no energy. He wasted all of it. He's gonna be laying down for a couple days, right? So Captain Marvel goes, you know what? I'm gonna go kill Thanos. She starts walking right there. What are you doing? What?
Does she walk away and say, "Where are you going?" She goes, "I'm gonna go kill Thanos."
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah, and then you see the beginning of Fat Thor emerging.
Oh my god!
So he's sitting there just eating bread.
Emo Thor.
He's drinking beer. He's eating bread, and then he walks up to Captain Marvel. Does that whole thing from the trailer. I like this one. Blah blah blah. So we fast forward. They are in the spaceship.
Yes.
And then Rocket does that great joke.
Ever say what that planet is? I don't think they do.
No, they never said what the planet is. It's just called the Garden, I think.
Yes.
So Thanos goes there, and Thanos. This is the planet Thanos is on. They find where Thanos is because Rocket pulls up a map and he's like, "Hey, there was an energy surge that was just the same one from planet Earth, and Thanos just activated that same one over here on this planet." Nebula goes, "That's Garden. That's the Garden." They shoot on the spaceship. Rocket does the best joke in the world. He goes, "How many of you have been to space?" I have not been to space, and everybody just raised their hand. He's like, "Don't throw up in my ship." Okay. So, and they do this great shot, right, which I thought was amazing, showing Captain America viewing space the first time. They zoom in on his eye, and you just see the space, everything going through. So they jump, they port into. I don't know what they call it. They don't call it light speed. What is it called in Marvel?
I don't know.
Because it's not light speed.
Is it warp something?
Something jumping. I think it's
Some kind of jump.
something jump. I can't remember what it's called. Which you know what? I really enjoy that Marvel didn't do like the light speed thing. It's copying everybody else. Hyperdrive or something. It's something jump. It's a space jump, maybe.
I'll look it up and see.
So they get to Thanos' planet. Captain Marvel is legit just like, okay, I'm gonna go scope out the planet and see who's there. She goes down, comes right back up. Is like, there's nobody there but him. What? They're all confused. They're like, yeah, there's nobody there but him. Then they pan down to you see a bucket on the floor. Thanos is picking the garden. But then you see him all high and mighty. You think you see his armor and everything. But then you see him limping.
Yeah.
And he's looking like an old man. You're like confused. Like, what the hell's going on? Mm-hmm. He's cooking. And he turns around finally, and you see that he just looks more damaged than the end of Infinity War.
Burns.
What the hell happened? So you think maybe, it's the residual effects of the Infinity Gauntlet. You know, him consistently using it. Then he just, because Thanos has a great sense of what's surrounding. He picks his head up, beam right to his face. Bam!
Yeah. He's like,
oh shit! And Captain Marvel,
right?
Yeah, Captain Marvel does some freaking judo shit.
Headlock.
A headlock,
Yeah,
arm.
up.
Yeah, she's pushing she's using her foot for his hand, holding his hand open. Then Hulk comes out. Bruce Banner comes out in Iron Man armor, the Hulk Buster armor, and holding his hand. Then freaking Rhodey comes to the other side, holds his other hand. He's like, ah! Then my boy Thor, the best scene. Cuts his arm off.
Yes.
Yo, what did you like? When he cut his arm off, what was you like? Oh shit!
Well, that whole scene was just. The fact that they were going to take on Thanos at this point, it was just like, what's going to happen in the rest of this movie? Because I think going in, a lot of people, thought, Thanos was just going to be at the end. And he's going to be the last thing man.
Yeah.
And so for me, I was just still lost in all that. Like, I can't believe they're already facing Thanos. And they just came in and they just owned him.
Owned his
obviously because he was weakened.
Yeah, he was weakened. He was on the same Thanos
by the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, he was like whatever that 28 days is something to him.
Yeah.
So then you see Rocket.
Also, real quick, the hyperspace thing is called the Universal Neural Teleportation Network, and it's jump points that they.
That's what it's called, jump points, which is awesome. I like that.
Yes.
The refractal thing. Yep.
Yeah.
So they cut off his arm. Thanos is like, Rocket comes down, flips the. Well, you have this epic shot that like everybody he just got owned, and Captain America's walking like, yeah, I'm about to own this motherfucker, and so Rocket flips it over, and there's nothing in the gauntlet. That's when my heart sank in the movie. I was like, oh damn it, what happened? He hid the stones. That's what I was like. Okay, he hid the stones. We're gonna have to find out
He
where they are.
scattered them.
He scattered them somewhere. What did you do with the stones? Where's the stones? He's like, I don't have them. They're gone. What do you mean they're gone? I destroyed them. I used the gauntlet to destroy them. Yeah, destroy the stones. And then Nebula's like, my father's everything else, but he's not a liar. So, and the Thor's just like, okay, you got no stones? All right, cool.
We got no use for you, motherfucker.
Yo, cuts his head off. Boom. Everyone's like, what did you just do? I went for the head. And he just walks out. And everyone's like, and then right there, cuts to black. 5 years
How
later.
slow they did it. 5
years later.
It was just like letting it sink into you, like, oh my.
The whole crowd was like, oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
This movie went a total, I don't know, I want to say total different direction, but like it caught me off guard, and I didn't think it was going to be able to do that.
Yep, caught
everybody knew what the final thing was going to have to be, but I don't think the path they took to get there, I think caught a lot of people. They did they did great. I mean, and they said they only put the parts in the trailer from like the first hour of the movie.
Not even. I think for 45 minutes.
Yeah. So it was like, so they did a good job of like keeping everybody in the dark. I mean, I didn't watch any trailers for this.
Yeah,
I didn't watch this and Game of Thrones. I didn't watch any trailers coming up. I was like, I want to go into completely blind. And I did, and it was good because I had no idea what was happening.
It's good that you say that, man, because there was people like, real quick, LaShawn McCoy has 1 million followers on Twitter. He posts the ending of Endgame 3 times. He's an idiot.
He's
Hot 97 gave him congratulations. You played yourself this morning. They were talking about they were playing. You freaking bonehead. And people were screaming it. People were putting it on Facebook.
Yeah, people getting beat up because of it.
The guy in Hong Kong.
I'm not
condoning.
This is more than a lot of places. I know it was more than I think in North Carolina or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, there's a bunch of places people getting beat up. But I'm not condoning violence, but you're asking for it at that point. And
when you have a packed theater,
there has to be consequences for you being a douchebag.
Oh my god! This kid on my Facebook was just, guess what? This person died, and this person died. Terrible. Are you kidding me? People were putting on Twitter. I legit took all my social media off my phone, and I blocked certain words from Google and Twitter, so you couldn't see it. So I legit was trying to, and even with that, I went on YouTube because I wanted to see how much views we had, and so we posted up a part of the ending of the movie. I was like, no! So I kind of saw something, and I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to bring it up because it's just a bad memory for me. Anyway, so after the 5 years later thing we did. We're sitting there after everybody just gasped from the movie theater. It cuts to Captain America at a what is it called?
It's like a support group.
For people I lost, and we had the first LGBTQ character in Marvel history.
Was it really?
Yeah, Joe Russo was playing a guy that lost his boyfriend, his husband in the snap.
Yeah, I knew he was gay, but
yeah, it was the first.
So that was the first one in all the MCU movies.
Yep. First one. Yep. First one that was acknowledged. Yeah. Everybody thinks Captain Marvel is too, so because her and Valkyrie would have
her haircut.
No, her and Valkyrie was kind of like flirting with each other or something like that.
She had the Hillary Clinton going.
Yeah. So anyway,
cooler than Hillary Clinton, but
yeah.
Because of her and Valkyrie.
Yeah, that's what everybody thinks.
In this movie.
Yeah, and they have some relationship or something. I don't know.
Oh, is it a comic book thing or is it?
I don't remember. I don't know too much about it. Yeah, I got to see that. But anyway, we get to there. You find out that. Black Widow is the new kid, Nick Fury. She's running S.H.I.E.L.D. She's running S.H.I.E.L.D. So you have the okay. So this is one of my favorite parts that people are not really talking about. So they have everybody up and reporting to her what's going on, and Captain Marvel's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not coming back. I have a lot of things to do out here. There's a lot of bad things that happen out here." And then Rocket goes, "What are you gonna do? Get another bad haircut?" And I was just like, Rocket was just in with those jokes.
He was good. He was the comedic. Relief a lot.
Oh yeah, he was
comic relief a lot through this movie.
Yep, and then so we get a update from Wakanda, and she's like, "There's been tremors from the water." So right there and then, that's a little Easter egg for Namor because Namor the Mariner submerges.
Yeah, I heard. That's why I heard somebody else was bringing.
They're gonna fight for the kingdom. Yeah, so Namor is
for Wakanda.
Wakanda.
Oh, so that's Black Panther too.
Because Atlantis is a kingdom, so is Wakanda.
Oh, he's an Atlantis guy.
Yeah, he's an Atlantean, yeah. So it's Namor. Namor's the Mariner.
Okay.
He's strong as hell.
So that's gonna be Black Panther too.
I think it's gonna do Black Panther, but they're doing like, oh, we're having tremors. So how do you handle tremors? How we handle tremors? Don't bother with them.
Don't handle.
Yeah, you don't handle them.
Yeah.
So that was a little callback to Namor. So then that goes off. Captain America walks in. He's just like, hey, he says some Captain America shit. She's just like, don't make me throw the sandwich at you.
Yeah.
And it was just a good.
He's talking about the whales.
Yeah.
He's like,
I
oh, just
saw a bunch
cleaner
of
water,
cleaner
less
water.
people, less ships. And she's like, if you're gonna give me a look at the bright side speech, I'm gonna throw this peanut butter sandwich at you.
Yeah. It was just a good moment. Like they had a lot of breakup moments, like a lot of sad, and then they had breakup moments that were good. So they're sitting there. They're sitting there talking, and then they go to Scott Lang's little van.
The storage unit.
Yeah, and the rat comes and turns on the van.
The MVP
rat, Master Splinter, comes in there, flicks the switch, and out comes Scott Lang. What the hell? What is this going on? Which is cool that they get those little things because now you know. Oh, this is what they do with people's stuff. They kind of put them in sheds and they found things and just put it someplace just in case anything ever come back.
The Ken Jeong cameo.
Oh, the King Jong, that was so random. The mustache, yeah, he didn't say anything.
No, he literally said nothing.
They probably cut out a section or what he.
Yeah, I'm sure they shot him saying something.
A lot of celebrity cameos in this movie, by the way.
Was there more?
Yeah, there was a lot of them. The girl from AMC that loves Walking Dead, she was in the elevator with Cap and Iron Man when they were in the 70s. There was a bunch of them. There's like things sprinkled here and there. Anyway, so Kim Jong-il, he called me King Jong-il. Kim Jong-un? Ken Jeong. Whatever his name is. Ken Jeong.
Not Kim Jong.
Anyway, so they walk. Scott walks out. We'll fast forward through that. He's just pretty much realizing what's going on. He's seeing the missing signs. He asks the kid what's going on. Kid walks by. Great scene. Best scene. One of the best scenes of the movie.
Gets to the memorial.
Gets to the memorial. Looking for himself.
Looking for his daughter.
Her name's on there, but you know whose name is up there? His. He's like, oh man.
Like, I'm not here.
Yep. And then he runs all the way to his daughter's place. Gets there, knocks on the door, hoping that she's there. Opens the door, and she's 5 years old. It looks like a teenager.
How old is she supposed to be there? Like 16, 17?
16, 17, yeah. She was 10, I think, in that, man. So, then...
So a lot of people were saying she's they're like a New Avengers.
Yeah, New
maybe.
Avengers. She's a giant. She's a giant in New Avengers.
Really?
Yeah, she's a giant woman, whatever it's called.
She gonna have relations with Tom Holland?
Maybe. Well, Captain Marvel was supposed to have a relationship with Tom Holland. Well, not Tom Holland. Peter Parker. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The age gap is crazy.
Yeah.
Still.
But now it's perfect for him and Cassie.
Oh yeah, Cassie. Yeah. Oh yeah, Tommy. Should we call him Tommy? Anyway, so he sees his daughter, and Paul Rudd. That was great acting by him, seeing his daughter.
Paul Rudd's great.
He held this movie together, man.
He did. He was also another one with the comic relief. I think this might be his best. I mean, he's amazing in both the Ant-Man movies, but I think I don't know. I
see the potential.
I really like something about him in this movie.
It was great.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. So he sees Cassie. So we get a clip of Captain America and Black Widow talking, and all of a sudden they hit the bell rings, or the camera goes off.
Message pops up.
See the thing in the trailer? Is this an old message?
Yeah.
And it says
the front door.
It's the front door. Hey guys, it's Ant-Man. I mean, if you know me, I didn't have my helmet off, but still, it was just great. And they let him in.
I was at the airport in Germany.
He comes with this whole theory about, hey, listen, why don't we go through the quantum realm? Why don't we do this? And, we can do this. And they're looking at him crazy. He's like, listen, I was there for me it was 5 hours. Yeah. For you guys, 5 years. There's a possibility here. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think there's something here. We need to find the smartest person. Yeah. Jump to Tony Stark. Tony Stark.
You missed the funny line.
What happened?
When he goes, I know it sounds crazy. She's like, I've been receiving emails from Raccoon.
Oh, yeah, that was good. Rocket Raccoon always comes back to Rocket. Always comes back to Rocket. My bad. Forgot about that. So they go to Tony Stark's place. He's like, nope, I'm good. Nope. Pretty much. That's the best way I can sum up that scene. He was like, nope, I ain't doing this. Nope. So we need you to help us build this. You're the smartest person on the earth, and we need you. He's like, nope, I'm good. No, I want to go backwards. I like what I like. You got to find. You know what you got to do, Cap? You got to find your happiness, and this is my happiness, right?
Get some life.
Get some life. And Tony Stark, like Tony Stark is, really stubborn, but he's really not stubborn. He starts having an idea and decides to start building something. But anyway, so they're like, okay, if we can't. So what did you think about that scene, actually?
But them trying to convince him?
Yeah, and he just kind of was like...
That was good. I think it set up so much for the end. Especially, I mean, the scene right before where he's with his daughter.
Yeah.
You can see their relationship and...
Morgan Stark.
And they also give you the little sighting of Pepper's...
oh, yeah.
Iron Man suit.
No, it's her rescue armor. That's what it's called.
That's what it's called? Okay.
That's
what I was trying to figure out
it's called rescue armor. So in the comic books, the rescue armor has no offense. It's all defense. Yeah. It's all helping people, right?
Like if she's under attack, it'll come save her and get her out of there.
Exactly. Or help other people. Like
okay.
People. Yeah. So anyway, so they leave there because Tony rejected them. And they go to one of the best characters of the movie, even though it pissed me off what they did to him at the end. Professor Hulk. Yeah, so they're eating at he's just sitting there. Oh, hey guys, what's going on? I'm Professor Hulk. He reminded me of Beast, like
yeah.
like his personality.
That's very much what he was throughout this movie.
Yeah, it was just awesome, and I just really can't wait for the X-Men to come into this universe.
I think we should keep
Professor Hulk. Yeah, I mean, if Universal would like to let go of the Hulk and let Marvel make a good movie with a Hulk, it'd be nice. Have you ever seen a video of Mark Ruffalo say, "Screw you, Universal! Screw you!" No, it's so funny. So we have him there. They're trying to explain the whole plan to him, and he's like, "Huh? Maybe I could do it. We'll see. I mean, that's not my forte, but I can do it."
Okay.
And then one of the funniest things, the kids come up. Can we have a picture with you, Mr. Hulk?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure. Can you hold this? Can you take a picture? He just poses with a picture. He's like, "Hey, you kids want?" And then
you want a picture of me? I'm Ant-Man.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I'm Ant-Man. You know Ant-Man?"
And they're like. He wants a picture. You want a picture, right?
Yeah, you want a picture.
And they're just like, he's like, no, he's learning shaking his head no.
You know what? Just take the goddamn phone. And then Hulk's like, hey, Dab.
He's like, Dab.
Listen to your mother. So listen to your mother.
That was so hilarious.
Mark Ruffalo's he's my spirit animal.
Good. He was also there was so many good performances.
Yeah,
he was. The motion capture for him was amazing because you could like see his face in the Hulk's face, and like every emotion. I forget what scene it was.
All the girls were digging him too.
The
like Hulk in that sweater.
The scene toward when they get the Iron Man gauntlet and he's talking about how he was like made for this. It was like there was so much definition in his facial movements
when he was talking and everything.
Yeah,
so crazy.
It was like it's almost like I was made for this.
That technology is kind of scary.
Like you see it. Oh man, it was freaky how good it looked.
Well, what was that thing 2 years ago when they were taking girls' faces and putting it on porn stars' bodies so that you would see their face move just like them, and it would be like it looks like it's them. I feel like that's the technology they used for like this because legit.
It was so good. It was so good.
And when you saw the trailer for the Will Smith movie, they're using the same technology in that one. The angling.
Oh yes. And he looked. I mean, that trailer looks. He looks like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Will Smith. Yeah. Bel-Air. Will Smith. Like that technology is getting stupid.
The Thanos looks amazing. And
and someone like an action star, he can age, and it's not going to matter because they can keep him 25.
Yeah, or put somebody else's put him over.
Sam Jackson and Captain Marvel.
Oh my god!
In this movie, they did Michael Douglas.
Yeah, Michael Douglas. Oh my gosh,
he looks so. It's crazy.
Yeah. It was good, man. And
it's unbelievable how. That's why I'm not worried about Star Wars with Carrie Fisher.
No. Disney, you know what? Disney makes money and then they improve themselves. They don't make money and just cash it like every other studio. They make movies and they improve everything. Their theme parks, the movies,
oh my god,
like animation department, everything is just constantly
crazy
upgrading. And you know what's cool? I found out that if you come with them with a new idea, they'll try to help you out, bring it up so they can use it. We'll patent that, but
makes sense for them.
Yeah, for real. But anyway, so we get the whole Hulk thing. Hulk is like, I could do it. So they get to the time machine. That shit was hilarious. When they were transporting Paul Rudd back and forth from time.
Oh, man. He was a baby and then he was an old man. Yep. And then he was a teenager. Then he was a baby and then an old man.
Yep.
And then he came back as himself and he was like, Somebody peed my pants.
Maybe it was me that peed my pants. Maybe it was old me.
Yeah.
I think it was me.
It might have been me.
Paul Rudd has the best lines in this movie, man.
He was so good.
The movie was really centered around him, if you think about it, for the most part.
Well, definitely all the time travel.
Oh yeah, it was great.
It was all him.
So Tony finally shows up because he made this idea. I kind of skipped a little part, but it doesn't really important. So Tony Stark, being the whole crazy person he is,
Well, it's kind of important because of the whole rest thing comes into play. The idea of him not being able to rest.
Yeah, so basically, Iron Man is always worried about everybody, and that's the problem with him. He's
The
always
greater good.
he's the greater good, and then he comes off like a DICK, but he's just a worry wart. Ever since the whole thing happened with the first Avengers, he has been worrying about everybody, and that is his issue, and he doesn't know how to express himself with it. But so what he does, like Iron Man does, he's in his mind. He's like, you know what? I'm going to try this anyway. So he perfects the time. He knows how to know. He knows Pepper. I know how to travel through time.
Yeah.
So
Figured it out.
Figured it out. So he shows up to the Avengers compound, and he's like, "Okay, we're going to do this. Are you putting a team together?" He's like, "Yeah, we're working on that." So then they jump to Hulk in a little truck.
That song, it was just great. The song with him and with Rocket and the truck was like cramped up. That scene was a bit I think that song made it for me because it was just like such a happy-go-lucky song.
Was Rocket driving that truck?
No. So they were.
I was about to say because his little feet could have catch that.
Sitting next to him.
Yeah. But they got to New Asgard. You see Valkyrie. Mm-hmm. Valkyrie's like, hey, guys, what's going on? We're looking for Thor. We haven't seen him in a while, but
he only comes that one once a month for supplies.
Yeah, he sees the beer. Yeah, beer cakes. And so then they finally go up to see him, and lo and behold, the best character of this movie, Fat Thor.
Fat Thor. With those two great characters from Ragnarok. I can't remember.
Meek oh man, what's the hell is his name?
Meek's the blue guy?
Meek is the little
blue guy's name.
Whatever
his name is.
He's like, I'm whatever, and I'm Meek. Jesus, it's gonna come to me. Hey guys, how you doing?
Whatever his name is, his voice, like just I don't even.
That's like a Waititi.
Funny, his voice. I die laughing hearing his voice.
That's Taika Waititi from he made Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah,
that's it.
Oh my god,
I'm Korg. That's Korg.
Korg.
I'm Korg. This is
his voice gets me.
It's the best thing in the world.
It's so funny.
Hey Thor. This guy's making fun of me online. Please help me.
It's New Master 69.
New Master 69. If you don't stop bullying my friend, I'm gonna come over there and drop thunder on your whole family.
Oh my god.
You wanna cry? Yeah, cry. Cry to your mother now.
Go cry to your father.
Go cry to your father.
Here you go. You won't be bothering me anymore.
Thanks, Thor. Thank you.
Let me know if he comes back and bothers you again.
Did you see me holding all the pizzas?
Yes. Oh my god. I'm telling you, I hope those two join Thor.
As Guardians of
the Galaxy because I will just not stop laughing the entire movie.
So this is the truth though. Like they are the comic relief for Thor.
Oh, so good.
But Thor is already good.
Well, Thor is, and he gets better every movie.
Well, I think they're on Earth now, so they're probably gonna be through the Avengers movies.
Yeah,
they're too funny. So I think Tessa Thompson needs it more. The comedic relief than Thor does. Yeah. Anyway, so we get Thor there. He's like, "Okay, Thor, we need to. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna. We have a plan. We can get through this." He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Thanos. Don't say that name. Don't say it." And then he's like, Hulk's like, "Can you please let me go with me?" Like mad stern.
Yeah.
Hulk. He's like, "Okay. Take your hands off me."
It was like the way he said it. He like said it so nicely, but he's like, "Get off."
Yeah, it's a big. You ever have like a big friend, like a tall ass friend that he knows he can whoop everybody's butt, but he's mad chill.
It's like the ultimate confidence.
Yeah, the ultimate confidence. He's like, "Please, like, get your hands off me." So they recruit Thor. They bring him back. And who else did they recruit? It's War Machine.
War Machine. It was really just Thor.
They went to get Thor. Iron Man. They got.
Iron Man.
And am I missing somebody they recruited?
I think it was just Ronan.
And so then we cut to Japan. We get that stupid scene of that was I think kind of stupid.
They just wrecking everything.
It was good. So Ronan was whooping people's butt, killing people, but I just felt like I don't know. That's Hawkeye. So Ronan is a great character in the comic books, but just him translating to like TV, it was like not TV on movies. It was like kind of weak. But anyway, when Natasha goes over there, says, "Listen, I know you're trying to avenge your family and everything, but this is not the way to do it." He's like, "You don't know what I need. We have a way to get him back." He's like, "Don't lie to me.
Don't give me hope.
Don't give me hope." And she brings him back, so they recruit him. So I'm fast forwarding through this part now, guys. So they get back to the compound. One of the funniest things, Thor walks in and Tony Stark goes, "Oh, what is it called? The Big Lebowski?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, Big Lebowski."
Calls him Lebowski.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh man, that was great." So what happens next? What am I up to? So they are perfecting time travel.
Yes, they're doing the trial run.
The trial run. They send a Hulk. Well, they were gonna send Ant-Man back.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we can do this, guys.
He's like,
"Oh shit!"
He's like, "We have 2 test runs," and then boop. He's like, one test run.
One test run. Yep. And then Hulk is like, "I'll do it." And he's showing us his tattoo. He's like, "Let me get the shot of my tattoo." So they get him in there. He's like, "All right, we're going to send you back. You have a certain amount of time. Grab this and come back." They send him back to his old house. Damn.
Dirty move.
It was a dirty move. I was like, oh, okay. Well, there's a lot of dirty moves in this movie. Yeah. To him in general. They didn't really mess with Hawkeye too much in this movie. Send him back. He grabbed his kid's glove, and he hears daughter talking. What's her name again?
Violet,
Daddy, and he just
as he hears her, then he calls out to her, and then
disappears.
She comes down.
Yep. And so then he has the glove in his hand. He's like, "I did it. Yep. We did it. We can do it." So they do this whole montage of everybody coming back down. You got War Machine coming back. Well, first, what happens? He's Scott Lang is eating taco. And War Machine comes down. No, Captain Marvel comes down.
No, somebody in a jet. Was it Rocket and...
Oh, yeah. Rocket comes down.
Rocket and Nebula.
Yeah. He's like, "Hey, War Machine, just so you know, we have a pansy or something."
We have an idiot.
We have an idiot.
We have an idiot in the landing zone.
Yeah. And then he comes up, he knocks the rest of his tackle out. He's like, hey, not so big man.
Regular size man.
Yeah, regular size man. Because he's the reason he was grabbing to beat him up last time he saw him, right?
When he was a giant.
He's a giant. And then the best Hulk and Paul Rudd are like, and Paul Rudd. He walks up and he goes,
two little tiny tacos in his hand.
You know, I know I'm diving deep into this scene, but they kind of showed how much control he has over the Hulk. He's holding 2 tacos. Yeah. So slightly.
Which normally, if he was the Hulk, and he would just destroy that.
Destroy it in 3 seconds. And it's a hard taco, not a soft taco.
Yeah. I would crunch it in no time.
Oh man, that was such a good scene. So then they jump and they're all ready to go into. They get their suits on. Some cool suits, man. They're all walking the montage. Yes. They're walking in and
best-selling hoodie in the world.
Oh man. Right. Yo, really? I need that hoodie.
Me too.
I need that hoodie. It's a good hoodie. I need that helmet. That helmet was dope too. They're all Ant-Man helmets.
Yes.
I like how everybody's helmet flipped and War Machine had his own helmet.
War Machine had his own. I was like, why doesn't Tony have his own?
It's Tony.
Whatever.
Well, he had his armor under his armor. Remember?
Yeah, but I don't know why why would War Machine?
Well, his is microfiber. Remember, his thing was all. Sure. So War Machine has to wear his armor because he can't be without his armor. He can't walk without it.
That's right.
He can't have a special suit. So then they get in there. They're like, okay, all right, guys. You know your drills. You know your missions. We gotta take care of this. And Natasha goes, "I'll see you guys in a second."
See you in a
minute. So first thing we jump to 2012
Avengers
2012 Avengers. They do the whole roundabout circle. You see that whole thing. And then they drop down, and they're like, "Okay, we know our mission. What we're gonna do?" And the first thing we see is Hulk beat the shit out of the Chikari, and he's like,
"Keep stomping the car." Yeah.
And you see older Hulk. He's like, oh.
Like, look at me.
He's like, I was like that. He's like, what did he say? That's what is he called? Derogatory? No. What does he call it? What did he say? What's the word he says?
I don't remember.
He says something about how it's crazy. I have to take my shirt off to me. He's like, all right.
I can't remember what.
Yeah, Cap's like, just make sure you smash a couple things.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. Oh no. And so Paul Rudd is like, all right, we'll go this way. Them 3 go to Avengers compound, and the Hulk goes to strangest place.
The
Sanctum of
Sanctum.
The Sanctum Asylum. Sanctum's Sanctorum. Sanctorum Sanctum. Sanctum Sanctorum.
Sure.
Whatever it is. Anyway, we're screwing it up. You can be mad at us in the comments. So we get there, and one of the coolest scenes is, I'm fast forwarding through this part because we're running out of time right now. 1 hour and 50 minutes. All right. Anyway, so we get the shot of them all trying to get the stones. So we have the Avengers in 2012, we have Avengers in 2014, and Avengers in 2016.
Yes.
So we have them on Earth. We have them in, what is it? It's Morag, and then and whatever the other planet is called.
Morag is the Power Stone.
Power Stone.
Equal. Something with a V. The Soul Stone?
Yeah, whatever the Soul Stone is.
And then Asgard.
Which is messed up again. Vormir. They sent Hawkeye and Black Widow up. Legit, they were like, okay, well, one of you guys got to die.
The only two that you could have sent.
Yeah, that's the only two you could have sent there.
Because you maybe could have sent Tony and... No, it has to be them.
No, yeah.
Maybe Tony and Cap, but probably not.
No.
I can't... And maybe Hulk and... Hulk and...
Natasha,
but
nobody
would have believed that Natasha could have stopped the Hulk.
No, he would have. Bye.
So yeah, it has to be those two.
You know what's crazy? I was thinking about this. What if the Hulk jumped off? Would Bruce Banner or the Hulk die? Because Bruce Banner could have jumped off and then himself, and he would have been alive. Because Hulk would have died, or he would have died, and Hulk would have stayed alive, and that would have been a Soul Stone because they love each other.
That would have been interesting.
Interesting decision. Anyway, so we have a lot of good clips. They all go in the future. They're all going. They all go to the past, and they're all trying to grab the stones. We have Captain America fight we have Captain America in the
fight himself.
Fight himself. That was awesome. You know, he's talking crap to himself. He's like, "Oh, come on." He's like, "Whatever." But even before that, we have one of the best scenes in the movie is when they're in the elevator, and he's like.
That wasn't before that.
That was before that. Yeah, it was before when he took the case.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. He's like, guys, I need to take the case because there was a threat of somebody to steal it. He's like, what? No, you can't take it. Well, we're going to talk to the director. He's like, don't worry about it. Hey, Elijah. Yeah. And they were like, okay, well, learn.
Well, I was telling my cousin Angel after because he started watching the Marvel movies, but he hasn't seen all of them.
Yeah.
But he knew enough to watch this movie, but he didn't see Winter Soldier. Which is where you get that elevator, the first elevator scene with him, where he's like, before we do this, does anybody want to get out?
Did you think it was going to happen?
One of the badass lines that Captain America's ever said. And for a moment, I think everybody was like, he's going to say it again. And there's more guys in there this time. And
it's all the same dudes, right, from the first one?
Basically. Crossbones was in there. That was
and the guy with the gun.
Main guy, yeah. So I was telling him, I was like, see, you don't get the significance of that scene because everybody in the theater is like, oh, he's about to whoop all
yeah.
And then he gives the Hail Hydra thing, and it's like, oh.
They're like, yeah, Cap's not so hot-headed anymore. He's kind of like, he's more calm, he knows what to do with himself.
And then Soldier scene, that
was awesome.
Loved it.
And so during that time, Tony and Ant-Man are trying to get the Tesseract.
Yes.
And Ant-Man jumps to Tony's chest, gives him a heart attack. He drops the box, the Tesseract, and older Tony goes to pick up the Tesseract. He tries to run away. Hulk busts through the door. No more stairs! I hate stairs! And Loki's like, oh, okay.
Tesseract.
Boom. So that right there, Loki picks it up, disappears. That's one timeline right there. Boom. Yep. So if you guys remember, I'll do a video later describing the timelines in this movie because there's a lot of them. They're alternate timelines. So we get that. So Loki skips the Tesseract. Like, screw, damn it, we don't have the Tesseract. They get the Mind Stone from younger Cap, whatever. Then Ant-Man's freaking out. He's like, we can't do anything. What are we gonna do? They're like, we know one place that both those stone to Tesseract is in 1970, and we get more pin particles. They both do the calculation for the pin particles and the Tesseract. They go to 1970. So during that time, you have Nebula and War Machine going after the Power Stone, and they see Peter Quill dancing like an idiot, and then War Machine's like, he's just an idiot.
Singing,
yeah. War Machine knocks him out. Is about to grab the stone with Nebula, and he's like, "Okay, we're transporting," and he's about to transport, and Nebula can't go back, but he transports back. Nebula can't transport back. Come to find out that Thanos sees this whole transmission, everything that she sees, it stops her from moving. So, younger Thanos abducts Nebula, right? Then you have the other two on Vormir, Hawkeye and Black Widow. They're like, oh no, I guess what? Red Skull is like, oh yeah, one of you got to kill each other to get the stone. Yep. Oh, well, I guess you know it's gonna be me. No, it's gonna be me. I lost too much. They fight each other. Come to find out, it's gonna be Natasha because she's smarter than him. Outsmarts him, throws herself off, dies. Boom. He gets the Soul Stone. He cries.
Great scene with that.
Trying
to prevent each other from jumping.
You know, I honestly feel like they could have gave her a little bit more because I kind of feel like they kind of just like pushed through it really quickly. Like I just kind of talked through it. Yeah. It's kind of just like that. They were like, "Oh, she's dead. All right, well, we'll forget about it."
I felt like the first time it felt more dramatic than the second time I watched it. That's also though because you know it's coming. So
yeah.
But I remember the first time I saw it, it felt longer to me. I felt like more stuff happened in that scene. But then the second time I was like, "Oh wow, that was pretty quick."
Pretty quick, yeah. And you know they get that stone back. I don't know. I just feel like Natasha should have more screen time.
Yeah, she was another one. She was one of, this I think was her best performance.
You think so? Yeah. Widow, yeah. She was stressed out and everything. You never seen her stressed.
She was good.
Yeah. So obviously you know Thanos figures out their plan. Mm-hmm. So they all get transported back. Tony Stark had a great moment with his dad, which was awesome when he went back to 1970. Yeah. And Cap had a great moment with Peggy, which he really didn't see her, just saw through her glass. And I think that right there, both their ideas that they had of self-sacrifice or self, whatever, it just came from that moment going back to 1970s. He finally had a moment with his dad to talk to his dad at the same age he was, and they had that moment of having a kid for the first time. He had this whole moment. It was really emotional. Yeah. It was just like, I felt really, like, it was crazy. And he hugged his dad. And
it was
like,
good, too, because I thought they were going to mess with it and have, like, Howard figure him out or anything. But I like that they just let it, it was like just two of them hanging out for a second. That was cool.
It was great. They needed that. They needed that closure. He needed that closure with his dad. His dad kind of had the same kind of sacrifice as him for the end of the movie, because like he sacrificed himself to the greater good with the Captain America serum, whatever, and Tony did the same thing at the end of the movie. But anyway, so they get the stone back, they get back there, they all come back, and they have to set one of the saddest scenes. They were like, "Where's Natasha? Where's Nat?" And Hulk is like, "Oh no, what is going on?" And they all go back. They're on this
meeting by the
lake, and they're all talking about it. And he's like, "I couldn't do anything about it. She pushed me, blah blah." Hulk's like, throws the chair. She's done.
We gotta make it worth it.
We gotta make it worth it, exactly. So they get back. You do the most common sense thing. Marvel does the most common sense thing. First, the Big Lebowski, Thor. That's what we forgot to talk about real quick. Thor went back to Asgard. That's what we forgot.
Yeah,
well, that was
totally skipped that.
Yeah,
it was. Well, for the most part, it was. I think it was a little long there. I liked the moment he had of his mom. That was cool. I just feel like they took too long to get to it.
Yeah, it was. It kind of forgot.
It wasn't that bad, but it was. I feel like they could have got to his mom part faster, and then Rocket could have done the thing with Jane real quick, and that whole scene could have been condensed.
Yeah, it could have been.
The first part of them planning it out, we really didn't need.
Didn't need it. I mean, the smacking crap of Thor was pretty funny. Come here. Anyway, so they all have the stones. Thor, at first, is like, "Let me do something good. Please, just let me do something good." They're like, No. You're too drunk.
You're drunk, bro.
And then Morrissey has the best line. He's like, "Oh, what do you think is coursing through my veins?" Cheese whiz.
Cheese whiz. He points at him.
Yeah. And Hulk goes, "It's got to be me.
Yeah.
This whole thing is radiation-based, gamma radiation. I got to take it. I can take it."
And this is the scene I was talking about where the facial, the motion capture was just
on point,
next level.
And that suit was cool he was in.
There was just so much emotion, and I couldn't get over how great it was expressing his emotion.
Oh, it was awesome.
Because Mark Ruffalo's a good actor, but it's for the most part in the past it's been hard to relay that through motion capture,
because the Hulk's angry,
especially because his face is so big. Man, they killed it.
So you thought Thor Ragnarok was good with Mark Ruffalo's facials? this thing is just
it's a different level.
Another different level. They use Thanos' technology. The one they give for Thanos for this now.
Makes sense.
So I guess all the big dudes we'll see now now on will have the actors. Even they did the same CGI and stuff for the Black Order. That they used the same motion capture and everything. So that's why all these characters we're so invested in them. Anyway, so Thor, if he gets back to Hulk, takes the thing. He's like, I got to do it. Blah blah blah. Hulk goes up, and he's like, ah! He starts getting his ass busted by the Infinity Gauntlet. Which later down the line, we got to talk about that. How Tony Stark kind of just ate that.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah. So he goes, he snaps his fingers. Another awesome scene in this movie. You just hear the phone start ringing. Hawkeye's phone starts ringing. And Hawkeye's phone, his phone starts ringing. Vibrating.
Oh, yeah.
He runs up. No words. And then picks up the phone. You see Ant-Man look out the window and two birds are flying around. He's like, guys, I think we did it. And you see Nebula switching. So then you see evil Nebula, which we didn't really get into.
Right before. Yeah.
So what happened with Thanos kidnapped Nebula? Did the switch. So this bait and switch. So they switched to Nebula.
Sent old Nebula back.
Yeah, old Nebula back and older Nebula. No, so old Nebula is in
the future.
In the present, and younger Nebula is there too. Yeah. And she was trying to disguise herself as old Nebula. So she flipping switches. She brings Thanos' ship right through the portal, man. Yes. Shoots right through him.
Right through.
And the Avengers don't hear it because Tony put up this protocol to blast door protocol, right? So they Hulk is laying there, and the thing opens up, and he sees this giant ship. He sees the missile come down, and Ant-Man's all happy. He's like, "Oh my badoosh!" Avengers facility.
For a hot second, you're like,
"Oh shit, it's dead!" Yo, like no. But he shrunk himself at the last second, which was cool. Blows up. You see all you guys. Oh shit! Everybody scattered. Cap is knocked out.
That scene though, when they just firebombed her, that was crazy.
Yo, it was crazy, man.
In the Dolby.
Woo. And you're hearing all the explosion go off. They did not hold back with that CGI explosions, man.
Thanos was like, I'm lighting all these mofos up, and they all survived.
Yeah.
I'm throwing the most firepower.
I destroyed
and they
everything.
all survived.
And it's crazy. From that point, at this point in the movie, kicks off the greatest ending of a movie of all freaking time.
Amazing.
Ben was sitting next to me going.
And that was the second time I saw it.
And Ben was freaking out. He's like, it's coming! You don't even understand!
When the Thor hair, I know I was just like lighting your arm up. When the Captain America gets Thor's hair.
Oh, it's crazy.
I couldn't contain
man.
that shit. That's best scene in the movie.
Oh, yeah. So,
for me, when he gets that hair.
But before that, so before that, Hawkeye. We don't need to rewind too much. Hawkeye being underground and it had the whole. I love Aliens, guys. You'll know this. I love that movie, Aliens. It had that vibe. He shoots the arrow down the hallway, and you see the light goes through, and you see all these aliens. Like it looks like a scene from Aliens. He's running. That was one of the good scenes Hawkeye had. He's slicing, killing things, and he has the Infinity Gauntlet, and he's running through, and Ant-Man and then just cuts to Ant-Man going down to the basement because it's flooding. And the Hulk's holding up the whole
War Machine down there.
Yeah, War Machine, Raccoon,
Rocket,
and it was so sad when Rocket was like, "I can't breathe, help me!" He's like, and War Machine guts out, canopy. He gets out. Yep. He helps him. War Machine's strong. Rhodey's a strong dude.
Pulled himself over to him.
And then he cut over to Hulk. Hulk's holding up the whole facility by himself, man. And my brother said the coolest thing is like it reminded him in the comics when Hulk was holding up the whole continent. He was holding up the plates, and he was just holding one arm, not two arms. One arm he's holding up because his whole arm is dead from the Infinity Gauntlet. And Ant-Man goes down. He's like, "I'm coming, guys!" Comes down and he cuts from there. You get a scene where Thanos comes down. He's like, comes down, puts his sword down. He sits down. He goes, puts his helmet off. He's like, and then Nebula walks up. And he's like, "We have the gauntlet. It's down there. We're gonna get it." And he's like, "All right. She's like, "What do you?" And then he's like, "I want you to go retrieve it now." She goes. She's like, "What are you gonna do?" He's like, "I'm waiting." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh shit!" And this is Thanos, young Thanos. Yeah. This is Thanos at his prime, bro. This is not beat up, getting the Infinity Stones, Thanos fighting everybody. This is Thanos in his armor,
fresh
vibranium armor. That's vibranium armor. It has to be. The sword has to be vibranium too. For what it was doing, it was crazy. Anyway, so Thanos is sitting there. You see the big three come out. Big three comes out.
Yep.
What is he doing? He's just been sitting there waiting. And I love Thor. Thor just has his hand in his hoodie. He's like, all right. So what are we doing? He's like, well, I think what they say something about they're gonna go for him. So it's like, and then what did they say? That Thor was like, all right, that's all I wanted to hear. And he's
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
what they said.
It's like, that's all I need to do.
No, yeah, that's all I need to hear.
He just fucking puts his arms out.
And he gets his armor, and it braids his. That shit was fucking hilarious. He got a braid, his hair gets braided.
By the way, even the armor was like fat armor. It's like
His gut's just hanging out.
around his gut. And he has Stormbreaker and Mjolnir.
Oh my god. And whole, Tony Stark puts his whole armor on.
Yep.
And he has the classic armor, Tony Stark armor. They go walking towards him, and Thanos is so chill, man. He's just you motherfuckers, but I don't even know.
Walk up and he's talking to him.
Oh man, he's monologuing.
Such a badass.
Yeah, he's monologuing, but just chilling monologuing. So they cut to
James Brolin, by the way.
Oh my god, his acting, amazing acting. No, now he can come back as Cable.
And you know what? This movie made Thanos for me. Like,
Yes.
because I love Thanos in the last one. I wasn't 100% sold on. I mean, he was definitely a contention for best villain in Marvel, but this movie sealed it. Like, it's not even close anymore.
Oh yeah, he's the epitome of villain.
I mean, the monologues that he gives and just the vibe you get from him.
God, the bass in his voice.
Oh, he's great.
He doesn't even sound like Josh Brolin. He sounds like a different character.
I said James Brolin. That's his father. Josh Brolin.
And he's just like, well, you know how this is going to end.
It's such a just
so
badass
great, voice. So we get to a scene where Nebula is chasing Ronan. Not Ronan. Well, Nebula walks up to Ronan. He's laying on the floor because he just killed him.
He gives it to her.
He's like, oh, my friend. Oh, hey, friend.
Nebula.
And she's like, she's about to kill him. Then Zoe Saldana comes up, whatever her freaking name is, Gamora, and puts a gun to her. He's like, sister, you can't do this. And then old Nebula comes, sister, you gotta listen. And she's about to shoot Gamora, and then
puts her gun down.
And then old Nebula shoots her
right in the chest.
Kills her also. So everybody in the movie there was like, oh no, she's gonna disappear. Nope, time doesn't work like that in Avengers. You can't. The past can affect the future if you go change it. Nope, it makes its own timeline. So she's dead. They have the Infinity Gauntlet. And you cut to one of the greatest fight scenes, the Big Three versus Thanos. You don't know how strong Thanos is until this movie.
Yeah.
Young Thanos was fighting these motherfuckers. Whooping ass! He was taking on 3 Avengers, man.
Yep.
Yo, he took Thor's hammer and was going to put it through his chest, man.
The axe.
Oh, the axe. So we got a cool visual. So we got a good callback to Avengers 1 when Thanos and Thor hit Iron Man with the charge. And he like 400%. So now Iron Man has this big thing in the back that takes all Thor's power. He's like, charge me up. Hits him with the plasma beam. Oh, man. And then what happened? Thanos was like, okay. There's this flippy thingy majigger. It blocks all of it. And Iron Man goes to punch him. He grabs Iron Man, puts him over his head. He's like, oh, shit. Thor throws his Mjolnir up, hits him. He had to save Tony Stark's life by hitting him with the hammer.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. Captain America goes up, tries to fight him. He just Captain America gets bitch slapped. Then Thor and him are getting this throwdown, and you see how out of shape that Thor is, man. I feel so bad for Thor. Thor's getting messed up.
He's still giving him a run, though.
He was. But then he flipped his Stormbreaker on him and started to put it through.
You can see it cutting through his chest armor.
And I'm gonna let you take this part right here because this is the most hyped up part.
I swear.
He broke my arm. He's like, good chest. Oh my god.
No, well, so we get Stormbreaker starting to pierce Thor's chest plate, and you hear. I feel like you hear Mjolnir first coming, and so you see it hits Thanos, and then just keeps going, and then you see it turn around and come back, and everybody thinks it's coming to Thor, and flies right past both of them, and once it hits Captain America, best applause point I think in the entire.
Oh my god.
And there's 1,000 applause.
Oh my god!
Movie, when that happened,
he's just at the shield like this.
And then when he throws his shield behind Thanos and then throws the hammer at the shield of the Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It was so great. Oh man!
I think every time I watch this movie that will blow my mind.
And
it
then
was
Thanos,
so amazing.
and remember Thanos was like, well. you can defeat me, whatever he does. He starts hacking
That's
away.
the thing, like, we get the great scene, like, Captain America just wrecking Thanos, and then Thanos is just like,
okay,
I'll eat that. And starts messing.
Yeah, gets a cap up, starts cutting the shield down.
Breaks the shield.
Just like in the comic books.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, because I think his sword has to be vibranium, because vibranium can only destroy vibranium.
Yeah.
So she's hitting it, boom, breaking it, and then he just stops. And Captain America's like, what's going on?
He throws Cap down, and then what does he do after he throws Cap down?
I think he throws Cap down, and then he goes to... What did he do? What happens? Is it... Because Iron Man's already beat. Iron Man got his ass whooped. Does Thor come out and try to hit him again? Or he just stops?
I think he might stop because his army's coming down.
Like,
no. He goes into the monologue about how now it's personal.
Now it's personal.
Now he's going to enjoy what he does.
Yeah, and he's inevitable.
Yes.
I am a machine. So then, all of a sudden, you see this whole army gets beamed down. You're like, oh, shit. And then I'm like... Damn, they're about to do the scene. So in the comic books, there's a scene where Captain America walks right up to freaking Thanos with his shield broken. And he's like, he talks shit in his face. So you see, Cap just gets up. He's all bloody. Tightens his shield down. It's all half broken. He's like, all right. And you see this great shot. It's from far away. You just see Captain America walking and Thanos with his whole army behind him. And Cap's just walking up. He's like, you hear, Cap, on your left.
On your left.
And Cap, oh, shit.
Everybody's losing their shit because everybody knows what's happening now.
And you see the Doctor Strange portals open up.
Oh, man. Is there Black Panther comes through with Shuri and I can't remember his other girl.
Yeah, whatever her name is.
She's such a badass too.
Yeah, and they walk through Doctor Strange, like, Spider-Man, everybody just...
Black Panther really had a moment.
Yeah,
he did. Everybody else kind of came in, randomly, but like Black Panther had like a good 15 seconds. I felt like where the camera was just looking at him.
Yeah. And it was just like,
and then everybody just starts pouring through the portal with Spider-Man. As soon as he Spider-Man in the theater,
Spider-Man!
Blew it up again.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then Cap hits him with the Avengers.
The Avengers. He goes, dun.
Assemble.
Oh,
that was another applause.
Oh my god.
That
Finally.
was just like, it was like,
I
don't know.
A nerd explosion.
I don't know what it was like.
Nerd explosion.
It was too much.
It was too much. We couldn't handle it. Ben was like,
oh my god.
Shit. Just plug it out. Beatrice and Ben were like,
oh my god.
Oh my god. And
so
it was
good.
just awesome. And that fight scene, that whole battle scene, there's no words that can describe that battle scene, really. They had great moments in that battle scene. A-Force moment, that was awesome. That's all the female Avengers, if you want to look that up. And they just all got together, banded together. They took this thing for Peter Parker. Yeah. That was awesome. Instant kill was activated.
Oh, instant kill was so funny. He started just spiking one-shot kills everywhere.
Yeah, everything. Instant kill activated.
Instant kill activated. See Black Panther running with it. He was wrecking people.
Yeah.
He looked like a running back, which was martial arts and people like that.
It was crazy.
Who else?
No, when they shot
Pepper Potts.
Oh,
Iron Man back to back. When they were back to back, that seems like
shit. But then the greatest moment of this movie, when they were getting fired. Thanos is about to get... Wanda walks up to him and says, you don't know me. He's like, I don't even know you. You're going to know me. And she starts ripping him apart. And he's like, drop the bombs.
Yeah.
What?
Sire. Firebomb or something.
Firebomb. He's like, Sire, our troops.
Rainfire
now. And he's just blowing up everything.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, they stop firebombing.
Yeah, the cannons start shooting.
What's going on? Friday, what's going on? There's something entering our atmosphere. I thought it was going to be Hyperon. That's the guy I was saying is Superman. Okay. But anyway. This big fucking meteor. Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel. She's going through Thanos' ship, just wrecking shit.
Wrecked it.
Oh my god.
We don't need that anymore.
We don't need that. We don't play, man. And she was so ready to fight Thanos, man.
Yes. Well, I love her scene where it gives you like the exact mirror to Cap's scene in Infinity War where he's trying to rip Thanos' the gauntlet off, and then she's doing it, and Thanos is like worried, like, she's actually doing this.
Oh shit!
And then he headbutts her.
Yeah, he headbutts her. And he's like, I ate that shit.
Like didn't even flinch, you know.
And then, but one of the great scenes, man, when she got bitch slapped. Because I was like, okay, listen. I'm not a hater on that character, but I wanted to see her get wrecked at least once. Because she needs to know how she's strong.
She's so strong.
He tried the Power Stone. Boom! You didn't see her for the rest of the movie.
No.
She was out, bro.
That's true.
Knocked her the out, man.
She was
And then the only person left, Captain America jumps on him. He picks up Captain America, slams him, just knocks him out. Thor gets on him, knocks his ass out too. Then Iron Man's the only one left. And Doctor Strange goes up to him and goes, what? He's like, oh no. So he goes up, grabs him. He's fighting. He bitch slaps Tony Stark. And so he's like, and then he's like, oh shit, he's gonna snap again.
No.
Pulls up. Huh? What happened? Tony Stark looks at him and goes, he should have did this. That's how it should have been. It should have been this. But it was more like, oh, hold on, I need to get the camera. You can't see me. Or something like that.
So that's what he did. He does the I am inevitable and snaps, right?
Yeah, I am inevitable. And he snaps, and
Nothing
nothing happens. And then he goes, I am Iron Man. And you see the Infinity Stones
Yes.
crawl up. He snaps, man.
Yes.
And... Okay, this is one problem I have with this movie. How the hell is he putting that Infinity Gauntlet? And Hulk was like, ah, shit! And Coach Tony was like, I'm just gonna eat it. I'm Iron Man. And he just snaps.
I think he just accepted
The death?
at that point.
Well, also, I think Hulk was also trying to do too much because he was trying to bring back Nat. He's doing all this stuff. But he snapped his fingers, Thanos' troop starts disappearing, and you get that scene of just Tony Stark falls backwards, and he's just deteriorating. And
Peter Parker.
First person walks up is Rhodey. Rhodey doesn't say anything. He's just like, my friend. Damn it. And it's Peter Parker. Mr. Stark, Daddy. And I was like, oh. And then what happened in your theater? A girl was like crying.
Oh my God. This woman in my theater lost her mind when Tony Stark died. Ruined the moment, I feel like, for everybody else in the theater because she was obnoxiously sobbing and weeping at a volume that is just unacceptable. Ran to the back of the theater and then collapsed to the ground.
Did you just get the article I sent you? The girl. She went
That lady. No, that was from a different. That was.
Oh,
that was
from
from
yours.
North Carolina. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like multiple people had this damn reaction. Like, people need to chill that. Like
breakdowns.
we all love Tony Stark. It wasn't a personal relationship he had with you. Chill out.
Chill, relax.
Jesus. But
the movie that we were in, we were crying.
Yeah. It was crazy.
And Pepper Potts. Friday, life signs are failing.
It's critical.
And he's like, and then she just did the best scene. She was just like, I know I said a lot of best scenes, but this was legit the best one. I love so many best scenes, but this was like one of the best heartfelt moments. She was just like, "Don't worry, you did good. Everybody's fine."
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Oh, that shit fucked me up." I was like, "Oh man." So when Tony Stark dies and his power, and then on top of that, they put the top on the cake. Man, they were just like, the top of the cake. I was just like, Sweet just powers down. Yeah. Oh man, Tony's really dead, and he just dies. And you see Cap and Thor crying. Everybody's upset, and I think they go straight to the funeral, right?
Funeral scene. Yeah. Well, he does like the.
He's sitting in a chair. He does
talking to his wife.
So technically, he does that whole thing where he transfers himself to AI, but it's just a little call back to what he did in the comic books.
And then
we had the funeral scene that we didn't talk about Nat at all. They didn't really acknowledge her.
They just
she's dead.
She had a little funeral.
Yeah, a little funeral with Scarlet Witch and all guy by themselves. But they had this whole pan shot. They had even the kid back from Iron Man 3.
Yeah, I thought that was stupid.
No, because I think he's going to be Nova, man. I think his dad was a Nova.
Yeah, nobody
makes sense.
knew who that kid was.
Yeah, everybody knew who the kid was. Anyway, but he signed up for 5 movies.
90% of the people who sat in that theater were like, "Who the fuck is that kid?"
Yeah, who the fuck is that kid?
I know everybody
else. So he was in there. Everybody was there. Everybody showed up. It was a sad scene. Happy was like, "I'll buy you all the hamburgers for his daughter," and then you have everybody just standing there crying. Peter Parker getting grabbed by Aunt May. Aunt May's so hot, by the way. She is so hot. Miss Melissa Tomei. Yeah. Jesus, still hot. But that was the music was perfect. The sadness was perfect. You even have Vision and Nat were mentioned because they're kind of were just like, oh yeah, they died, whatever. Then we have, I think it jumps to Thor going to Asgard, and he gives what's her name, Valkyrie. He's like, hey, listen, you're the new queen of Asgard. I'm joining the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
And then they became the Asgardians of the Galaxy because he's like, oh yeah, you're leader.
That whole scene was
it's like
hilarious.
I think James Gunn had to film that scene.
I wouldn't be shocked. He definitely wrote it.
Drax looked darker than he usually is, right? They made him more silvery.
Yeah, something was different about his color.
Coloring, yeah. Mountain Man is like, yes, he's nice.
Drax like, maybe you should use knives. He's like, yes, nice, he's nice.
He's nice. They're definitely gonna get together. They need to.
Drax and
Mantis, the bug.
Possible.
And then we cut to Cap, Falcon, and Bucky. They're gonna return the stones. Well, Cap's gonna return stones, and Hulk is helping him. They built a little mini time thing, which is cool. And Cap is like, "All right, Bucky, stay whatever." You know, he does this little stupid thing, and he jumps in the thing. He's like, "Remember, you gotta drop everything off and come right back." And then they don't know about the time machine, so they're like, "How long do we have to wait for it to come back?" For us, it's gonna be like 5 seconds. For him, it's gonna be as long as he can and wants to. They sent him back to the future, back to the past, back to the future, and they went back to send him back, and no Cap. What happened? Everybody's worried. What's going on? And then Bucky's like, "Look over there. There's an old man sitting on the bench." And another scene that fucked my life up. And you could take it from that because you can. I know let you talk a little bit. So from what's your perspective of that? How did you?
I mean, I thought it was like I couldn't tell. Like when we first saw him, I was like, it looked like Cap, but it was like I couldn't tell if he was like younger or older. And then when obviously
old man Cap.
Sam walks over, you see him, and he's like. I was trying to figure out. Was that Chris Evans?
Yeah, Chris Evans.
It was Chris Evans.
Motion capture.
Yeah, it was crazy.
He looked so good.
So good. It was like looked completely natural.
Yeah.
That was a great scene between Sam and him. Obviously leading into the TV show that we're gonna have with the two of them.
That's another timeline thing. Yeah. So we come to find out that him and Peggy.
Him and Peggy lived their life, and
so that's another timeline.
Every after, and. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
so Peggy died, and basically he was like, "All right, I'm going to return with my Ant-Man suit." Returns back to the present, and he's going to live his life with the Avengers, but just as a retired Avenger.
Yeah.
You know, he got to live his 50 years.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Was like, did he go through that timeline until she died, and then use his pin particles to get back?
Yeah. So basically, he gives Anthony Mackie the shield. Blah blah blah. He's a new Captain America, right? So let's fast forward to this. Let's go to talk about this. So to explain to you the timeline situation now, guys. So Marvel has a Disney service streaming coming out. They have the Loki show coming out. They have the What If show. So those two right there are the main things from this movie you're gonna get. So Loki disappeared. So Loki disappeared so that's a new timeline. That show is gonna be based off that timeline. Captain America stayed with Peggy. That's another timeline. So it's not affecting. So just to explain to everybody. Oh, I gotta take my glasses off real quick. Just to explain to everybody. These timeline things are different timelines. It's not affecting the current one we're in. So Cap staying with Peggy doesn't mean. So I thought he hooked up with his granddaughter, Sharon Carter, but it really wasn't. It was him going to another timeline where she never met her husband. Yeah. So she stayed with Cap. Yes. So that's one timeline. Another timeline is Thanos is dead in one timeline. There's no Thanos in that timeline. So the Avengers never met Thanos. That's another timeline. This movie branches off to 3 timelines. Now you have Bucky. You have Cap in our time because whatever. You have Loki in another time because he has a Tesseract. He never went back to Asgard, so that's another timeline. So I think their what if stories are going to be based off of this, based off of the Avengers. What if the Avengers never captured Loki? Yeah. What if the Avengers never met Thanos? What if Cap stayed in the past? They're going to have all that stuff. So Disney is so smart with their marketing, man.
So they're geniuses.
They're geniuses, seriously. And I was trying to explain this to people, but this is the best way I'm going to do it. I'll make this a separate video. I'll cut it. But just to explain to everybody, there's 3 timelines. There's 4 timelines. There's the main. There's the Loki. There's the Cap with Peggy. And there's one with no Thanos. Yes. So that's everything right there. Because Cap fixed all the other timelines. So he brought all the stones back. So all those other mistakes was fixed. Just him, he spread his own timeline because he's not selfish. And I think, you know what, it made me feel a little emotional because I was just like, man, you know, he did so much for everybody else. He sacrificed so much. And he finally got his due. He wanted to take some peace for himself. Peace for himself. And, I think that was a great ending for Cap. Yeah. Yeah. You know, they could always bring him back. It's Marvel. You know, but what did you think of that? Everything I just explained to you, does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it makes a lot of sense.
Was that all the questions you were about to ask? Like, what you were confused about?
No, we cleared that up, but I don't have any. That all makes sense to me.
So, what do you think about this whole thing? What do you think going forward? What's going to happen?
I don't know. I'm excited. I know as soon Marvel's gonna be announcing all the stuff they've been holding up because they've been working on these new movies. So you know they're gonna be announcing any day now. Maybe not so Comic-Con, but maybe they'll hold us at Comic-Con.
This is not the end of Phase 4. Phase 3, by the way. Spider-Man is.
Spider-Man
Homecoming is the end of Phase 3, they said.
Really?
There's legit end. So, you know how comic books do, they do the final issue and then they do an epilogue?
Yeah.
So I think Spider-Man's going to be the epilogue, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
So I guess everything's going to get announced after Spider-Man or during Spider-Man, you think?
When's Comic-Con?
Comic-Con's this year, June.
In June?
June.
So that's before Spider-Man? I think so.
No. Yeah, before Spider-Man. They're going to be promoting it.
San Diego Comic-Con, obviously, what we're talking about. I think they'll announce at Comic-Con because it's not going to affect Spider-Man like the way it would have affected this movie.
I actually have a list. I'll read off it real quick too.
So I think Comic-Con. They'll announce what's going on next phase.
Well, the movies they have planned, I have it right here. Real quick, we can go over that because it's like the end of this talk. All right, so this is not confirmed, but this is what everybody thinks it's going to be. So Phase 4 is going to be Black Widow, Eternals, the Humans, which I don't think it's going to be. But Doctor Strange called Baron Mordo, Shang-Chi, Black Panther 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Ant-Man 3, Captain Marvel 2, The Silver Surfer, Nova, Power Pack, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man Secret Wars, and Dark Avengers.
Jesus.
Which I think...
Interesting.
I think that's going to happen because you got to think about it. Villains come back, they're like, oh man, all this stuff happened. We need to make our own thing to stop whatever. And you got Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which is going to be awesome to wrap everything up.
Yep.
But I think they're going to... Bring in Thor to avenge the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy. You got to make a couple more movies, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because that's gonna be straight up comedy.
Oh yeah, it's straight up comedy.
They're too good. And they all have great chemistry. So I can't wait for Guardians 3.
So Black Widow is gonna be in the past, right? Right. So
I hope so.
So they have a bunch of past movies. So it's gonna be Black Widow in the past. Eternals is definitely gonna be in the past. That's about Thanos' life. Well, Thanos is getting born. Yeah, because it's gonna be the Eternals are people that Thanos came from. That's where he was born from. So they're thinking like the third one, they'll have Thanos be born.
Gotcha.
Because Thanos' brother is going to be in the movie. He's called Silver Fox? Silver Fox? No, Star Fox.
Star Fox.
Yeah. And then you have the Inhumans, which I don't think that's happening anymore.
Star Fox.
Then I don't think the Humans.
I don't think Inhumans is happening.
Doctor Strange, you definitely need to do something good right here. He's super strong, man. Nobody really talks about how strong he was in this movie. He stopped a freaking water from entering the Avengers facility. He killed like 20 people with one attack. With one of that spirit thing. He sent them all to hell, I think. It looked like it. Black Panther 2. That's going to be a good movie. Ant-Man 3, I don't know where they're going to go with that. Captain Marvel 2, obviously, I think it's going to be her in space. Saving other planets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Silver Surfer, that you definitely need that if you're going to do a Fantastic Four
movie. I think we got a Guardians Captain Marvel crossover?
Yeah, I think so. They should make a cameo.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. Power Pack, about the kids being experimented on and becoming superheroes. I don't know what they're going to do.
One I never heard of.
Spider-Man Secret Wars, which is kind of stupid. I don't know. I don't think they're going to do 2 Spider movies in one phase. Right? They would.
They would. Iron Man 1 and 2 were in the same phase.
Were they?
Yeah.
And Dark Avengers. We do need some new villains. I mean, Suicide Squad's coming out too, and that's directed by James Gunn.
Yeah, but that's DC.
I'm saying you need something to compete with that because if you're gonna have better villains, because DC does better villains than Marvel, unfortunately. And then as of right now, but Thanos is an exception.
I feel like if they do some kind of new Avengers with Spider-Man and like the younger, like Cassie Lang and all that, I feel like they could use a lot of Spider-Man villains in that.
Think so?
To go against the new Avengers, because I feel like the new Avengers, like none of them are like Thor or Captain Marvel or like just OP people. They're mostly.
Well, I think I think they're going to do the Sinister Six. So how are you going to do that, right?
Yeah, but that's Sony mostly, right?
No, they have to do.
Is it going to be joined?
It's going to be joined.
Because Venom is part of Sinister Six.
No, he's not. Nope. He's never been part of that team. Well, maybe once, but he's not a mainstay.
Gotcha.
But anyway, so what did you think of this movie, man? Awesome. Best movie
10
of all
out of
time?
10. My favorite Marvel movie.
Oh, yeah. What's your top 5 now?
I'm gonna give you my top 10 right now.
Okay, top 10.
Number 10 is Black Panther.
Okay.
9, Captain Marvel.
Okay.
8, Spider-Man: Homecoming. 7, Thor: Ragnarok. 6, Iron Man. The first one. 5 is Winter Soldier. 4 is Guardians, the first one. 3 is Infinity War. 2, Civil War, and Endgame is number 1.
For me, number 10 is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Number 9 is Black Panther.
Uh-huh.
Number 8 is Iron Man. Number 7 is Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Captain America.
The first one?
First one.
Oh, no.
I like that movie.
It's number 16 for me.
6. Number 5 is Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Civil War.
4? Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
Number 3 is Infinity War. Number 2 is Avengers 1. And number 1 is definitely Endgame now.
I'm going to talk about this list later.
That's what I'm getting at right now.
It's
my top 10.
Okay.
I'm going my watchability with those movies. Like I can watch every Captain America over and over again. I love Chris Evans, man.
Yeah, his movies. That's why I have Civil War. I think Civil War and Winter Soldier are everybody's top 5.
Oh yeah, Winter Soldier's. Winter Soldier was my number 1 for a long time.
Winter Soldier was awesome. Well, Winter Soldier, literally the last. Well, Guardians is just a personal. Yeah. I love the first Guardians.
Was so awesome.
And then literally the only one
soundtrack.
The only ones I have ahead of Winter Soldier are Infinity War, Endgame, and Civil War. Like those 3 movies.
The first Avengers movie, man, was awesome.
It was. How
many times have you watched that movie?
Not that many times.
Really?
I've
watched it like 30 times in my life. Definitely, maybe even more.
That's why I was actually thinking about when we were talking. I haven't seen. That's not the one I've seen the least, but it's not one of the ones I just rewatch all the time. I could rewatch Civil War all the time. The Iron Man. I think Iron Man's probably the one I've seen the most.
Iron Man.
But Guardians I've seen the most.
Iron Man's always on TV.
Iron Man I see all the time. Yeah, but I'll watch it on everything. Yeah. Iron Man. I think the 2 I've seen the most are probably Iron Man and Guardians.
I hate Iron Man 2. And I hate Iron Man 3.
Yeah, Iron Man 2.
Actually, 2 was pretty good. I just watched it the other day. It was better than 2.
2 and 3 are my bottom 4.
Yeah.
With Thor: The Dark World and Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron had his moments.
The thing with Ultron, it wasn't even that bad. It was such a letdown.
Yeah, because they really
built up Ultron so good, and he was good. He was a great villain. They just gave him nothing to do.
Nothing to do. Yeah, it's kind of irrelevant. They got to bring back Ultron. They can always bring him back. But Tony Stark is dead, so it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jesus, we've been talking for a long time.
Let's close this out because we are.
Guys, let us know.
2.5 hours.
Sorry, guys, let us know. Well, this podcast is going to be 2.5 hours, but I'm going to break it up.
Yeah, I'm going to break it up for you guys.
So, guys, just let us know what you think. Comment down below. Let us know your top 10.
Any Game of Thrones questions?
Game of Thrones questions. We'll answer the next ones.
Anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the next thing. Even if you have bad comments, let us know how shitty we do. It's fine. We like that. Sure. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us. Not Instagram yet, but follow us on Facebook.
Yeah,
we're going to do Twitter.
Instagram going.
We got to do Twitter, and we got to get Twitter going too. Twitter fingers.
You can do Twitter. I'll do Instagram.
Okay, fine.
I hate Twitter.
You do the Instagram. I'll do Twitter. All right, guys. So we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Later.